I created Funky Friday to have people live in their truth.
But you have to be responsible for having me on your show, because having me on your show comes with controversy. Where even though I am a stand-up comedian primarily, I'm also a preacher. I do things to give people the light without the Bible in my hand. Because I didn't read the Bible all the way through, but I did listen to it on audio.
But I'm gonna call cap on something real quick. You buy Gucci?
No, Gucci got an outlet store. I'm not paying top dollar for it. I just don't believe Stephen A. Smith is gonna say nothing in reality. He has to say what will make his boss happy.
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. was a platinum rapper. This bitch bust down for the game. That's all she did.
When you look at the BBL epidemic.
Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some Air Jordan shit up in there, and sew it back up.
Is there ever a situation where a female leads?
Never, never. How the female gonna lead?
That's a form of sexism.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Do you see how that comes off as?
No. Kim, you said you got a kid?
Yes, sir.
You don't make broken homes. Women make broken homes. Ain't no such thing as a man creating a broken home.
Will Smith and Jada, they've been open about they have an open relationship.
But Will like guys.
Huh? You can't just say that because that's slant. You're talking to a person.
I've paid for it.
We don't play like that. Sean Diddy Combs, Hugh Hefner. What's the difference here?
One black, one white. They're not gonna let you leave with the money. The people who are really in charge of the music industry killed our best artists. Michael Jackson was murdered. Prince was murdered. Whitney Houston was murdered. This is what I believe. I don't care how in awe I am of you right now. You are not finna tell me you up here for one person.
You're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that. You saying it ain't no other woman but the one woman?
Yes.
When somebody say Dr.Bryant, it irks me. Where is she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
And it was what?
I don't see doctor nowhere.
Question, why do you support Trump over Kamala?
Well, I think you should know. I don't vote. I speak more for the bigot to show you who he is than the girl who a bigot and don't want nobody to know it. What they see on TV is bullshit. That's why it's on TV. Tell, lie, vision. I'm not one who goes around preaching hate, but I like to call out bullshit.
Hey, hold on, stop. We're gonna get back to the content at hand, but while I have your attention, I need you to go to iconicsaga.com and become an icon today. That's ad-free content, exclusive giveaways. Become an icon today. Just $1 a month. Back to the show. Hey, you! Come here real quick. Come in closer. Closer. Hey. Hit that subscribe button. Back to the show. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton, the son, Mr. Boogie, they all here with another episode of Funky Friday. And I promise, I really do promise to give good content for the masses, but most of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep it funky for your asses. And nobody does it better than my next guest. He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a radio host, and he also is a father. I present to some and introduce to others, Mr. Corey Holcomb.
What's up, baby?
You fly, ain't you?
Hey, I'm doing something different. This is colorful. It's something different.
What that is? What that?
It's that thing. I got it. Hey, Westbrook. This is Russell Westbrook.
Shout out to him.
Honor the gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all start giving me free shit.
Yeah. Oh, you pay for that?
Yeah, I bought it.
You should.
I patronize the brothers who out here doing things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got it.
Yes, sir.
I ain't rich, but I got enough to go in the store and take care of what I got to take care of,
right.
Especially when a brother doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm gonna call cap on something real quick.
What happened? Give it to me.
You buy Gucci?
No, Gucci got an outlet store. I don't fuck, anybody got an outlet store, I'm not paying top dollar for it. I go, Louis Vuitton ain't got an outlet store. They burn their shit before they give it to broke motherfuckers. So that's why I buy Louis Vuitton. Gucci got an outlet store.
No,
Anybody buy, Gucci got outlet stores, trust me.
A real Gucci outlet store.
Gucci got outlet store. You don't know nothing about it because it ain't nothing for you to buy Gucci. But all the broke motherfuckers, they know where the outlet store is at, don't you? You broke motherfucker got on a Gucci purse. You motherfucker got it for half price. That's like not even having Gucci. Gucci on sale ain't Gucci. Motherfucker, go ahead, my bad. I went off right there because I don't like outlet stores, but they charge us top dollar for it. I bought a Gucci bag, I think it was like $4,000. I saw it at the outlet, $1,500. I thought I was at the airport doing something big, but goddammit, they had the Gucci bag for $1,500. Niggas who ain't doing what I'm doing can afford it. It ain't worth getting it.
Shit, I went down a walk in New York and a couple of walks down the street in Atlanta. I seen the doggone Gucci purse. What'd you pay for, $1,500 or?
At the outlet, it was $1,500, but I paid $4,000.
I take you to a place that you pay $50.
They got the Gucci looking bags.
No, it's Gucci.
It's real Gucci? How's it real Gucci for $50?
In your mind, it's Gucci. Shit. Got the same label, got the same all that. But to my point, I was saying, a lot of times...
That zipper ain't shit, though.
No. Oh, that leather strength, it's gonna be stretched out. It's gonna be stretched out, it's gonna be all out there. But what I'm saying is, so Honor the Gift is a Black-owned business from Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Right? Oftentimes, a lot of people say, give me free shit, or let me get a discount, or let me do this, let me do that. Not to make it a big issue, but Honor the Gift needs your patronism. They need your money.
Of course.
When you go to Gucci, Louis, fucking Rolex, them niggas ain't gonna look at you and be like, I'm gonna give you 15% off because I really like you. They is just like, no, we're not bending. We're not negotiating with you. Either you can get it at store value or not. So it's a lot of hypocrisy in regards to having it and not having it. I remember one time a dude was actually here at Fellowship and he was like, yeah, bro, every time I buy Gucci, they give me a discount. I'm like, bro, that's not Gucci.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't know who you know up there. Sometimes you got to hook up, though. Sometimes you got to hook up. I got to hook up at the airline. It's Spirit, but bitches who ain't been nowhere don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I put them on Spirit and bring them to come see me. I ain't this is Spirit, but I wouldn't fly that motherfucker. But, you know what I'm saying? It's expensive to fly girls where you want them to be, but Spirit is out there. As long as they ain't got a lot of bags with them, the flight is really $150.
Yeah.
But if you got bags with you, they be taxing your ass.
Purse too?
Man, Spirit, boy, they knock you upside the head. You want some water on that plane, they be like, well, credit card, please.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm really looking forward to the things that we're gonna cover over this episode of this interview. Or as I would like to call it, fuck the podcast. We just gonna have a candid conversation.
And didn't I tell you, give it to me.
Yes, sir.
Don't hold nothing back.
Slow down.
Oh yeah, that didn't sound right, goddamn.
Slow down. Listen, we in this day and age now, we gotta make sure that everything is out there in the open so it ain't no type of...
No, everything cool. I ain't seen no baby oil since I've been up in this motherfucker. I swear to God, everything cool. If you don't make jokes about it, man, that means something wrong with you. Look, when something happen, you ain't never gotta rub it in. I don't like people who rub it in. But you gotta say something about the stuff that people think you're not supposed to say something about if you wanna be remembered. If you say everything that's easy to talk about, ain't nobody gonna remember that. You gotta say something. When you see somebody slip and fall, you make sure they good. After you see they good, you be like, get your pussy ass up. That's how you really supposed to do it.
But if they really hurt though.
If they hurt, you gotta hold a laugh in.
But that don't mean you ain't gonna laugh.
You gotta laugh, man. If you hold in a laugh, you're cheating yourself. A laugh is the most genuine thing that you can do. It's one of the, listen, when people come to my comedy shows, sometimes a lot of guys can't laugh because they are in a situation where they being ran by their lady. So they do this. Because, you know, I talk about things that they go through. It's just they feel like I'm not supposed to talk about it, like abortion. Bitches kill kids. Bitches kill kids more than anybody. So when I make jokes about this, I don't expect you to not laugh because your lady don't want you to laugh. You supposed to laugh, argue in the car. That's what a real relationship is. If you don't argue with your woman, and every once in a while, don't ever hurt your woman, don't ever punch your woman or nothing. Sometimes you gotta hold her head to the glass just to let her know you're stronger than her. If she don't know you're stronger than her, she gonna talk crazy. Hold her head to the glass. That means even if she called the cops, ain't no proof you held her head to the glass. At least that's how I live. Hold her head to the glass. When they see they really can't lift their head, I mean, do this again, they be like, okay. That's what it's all about. Male dominance. You gotta establish male dominance if you care about your woman. If you're around your woman and she think that you are equal to her, you're gonna have to put up with the bullshit. Every girl I've been with over 6 months, head to the glass. Go ahead, Cam, my bad. I ain't mean to get carried away. I'm a little fired up because I'm here with you, brother. One of the best to ever do it, by the way. Cam Newton right here.
Is there ever a joke that's off limits in comedy?
Sometimes.
Like what?
Somebody just died and you know the person. Gotta hold off for at least a week. The funeral is the best time to crack honest jokes about somebody you love who passed. Like my homeboy, rest in peace, Scope Bubble from Atlanta. Everybody know him, or a lot of people know him. When he died, everybody was making jokes about the suits he used to wear and everything, but it was coming from a good place. That's what I'm saying. You can joke about anything, but sometimes timing, like if you see somebody get hit by a car, and you be like, damn, his head said, that ain't cool. But later on, at the funeral or something like that, you can make a joke if you think it's gonna hit. But if it don't hit, just say, fuck it, my bad. That's what I do.
So you think talking about abortion is gonna hit every time, or
the way I talk about abortion, everybody can't do it. Some people try, it don't work for them. In this business, Cam, I think I got you by some years. Well, I know I do. When you got people who are talented, you have to recognize their talent and understand talented people can't have untalented people around them because untalented people will do things to sabotage the talented person just because they know they can't never match that. Like if you're a good swimmer and you hang with somebody who's not as good as you, they gonna try to do something to say you ain't swimming right or something like that. This might sound crazy, but this is real. If you got somebody around you who's not just as talented as you, on the same level as you, they're going to start getting mad just when they see you shine. That's how life go. A lot of people don't know that. In fact, them people who ain't as talented as you, they'll make you think that you are a bad person for displaying your talent. They try to hold you back. That's my opinion and what I have seen. Every time I had somebody that wasn't talented up close on me, they wind up being my enemy. They wind up being somebody who despised me.
in the industry or just in personal?
In anything. If you go to an orgy with somebody, if that one dude can't fuck like you, he gonna say, oh, he stink. That's how it go. But people who can't do it like you can't be right up there on you unless they put in check. Be like, look, now you know you can't fuck like me, so don't be getting mad later on, goddammit. Don't bring your girl around me either, because I know what's gonna happen, because I know who I am. That's what you gotta do to people like that.
So
non-talented people got to get checked.
in that situation, you created the scenario. Do they go first or do they go last?
Well, it doesn't matter when they go. They're not gonna be able to do what you do. And that's what you gotta remember. If you're the talented person, you're vulnerable to the person who's not talented. The person who's not talented is going to hold you back because they know they can't keep up with you. I'm talking to all of the people who come with talent. If you come with some type of talent, understand the people around you, if they're not on your level, they have to be checked and put in their level.
Okay. So I see what type of time you on.
There it is.
But let me reel it back.
Okay.
Real quick. Corey, where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay. The real Chi-Town. Like, are you talking about Chirac, Chi-Town?
I grew up around all them 7-4 niggas. What up, y'all? Y'all good?
So when did we understand that, oh, I'm the funny nigga? And now understand this, there's a lot of things in our culture that, you know, being a funny nigga comes with his perks of like, oh yeah, that's Corey, that's the funny nigga. But also it's like, when you serious, it's like, man, nigga, relax. You the jokester, nigga. Mm-hmm. So how have you been able to balance that growing up in Chicago?
You can't balance it. You just have to, your work you put in is gonna determine who you are. I crack jokes, but I also say a lot of things that people can build off of. All of the time, people walk up to me and be like, man, you know what, I was going through it with my girl, but after what you said, man, I get it. It ain't nothing. It's just a thing. It happens. You get what I'm saying? So through time, I've put in enough work where even though I am a stand-up comedian primarily, I'm also a preacher. I do things to give people the light without the Bible in my hand. So that's the difference between me and the average preacher. The average preacher walks around holding the Bible. I make quotes that are Bible-like that I didn't even read out the Bible because I didn't read the Bible all the way through, but I did listen to it on audio. I don't know if is that the same thing if you listen to the audio if you read?
What version?
Whatever version was on that audio. It started out with Adam and Eve. Eve, you a funky bitch. We living in sin because of your ass, goddammit. Eating from the forbidden tree ass. Go ahead.
This ain't blasphemy?
What is blasphemy? What that mean? I heard of it before. I just want to make sure I know what it means.
Okay, so when you take quotes out of the Bible and you turn it in a way that it wasn't intended for it to kind of be.
So how was it intended? I said that just, I'm throwing it back at you.
Yeah.
The Bible is intended for people to read it. Now, my interpretation of the Bible, how can it be wrong? The first lie ever told was when the devil lied to Eve when she was out there in the forest without her man. He was like, hey, come here, bitch, you ever ate from this tree right here? Eve was like, no, we ain't supposed to eat that. And then the devil was like, bitch, eat the motherfucking apple. Then after she ate the apple, she got Adam to eat the apple, and then God kicked him out the garden. This is what happens when your bitch is out there by herself. If your woman is in the street by herself, she is in danger. The devil is gonna get to her and make her do stuff she wouldn't have did if you was with her. If you was with her, the devil would have been like, y'all want this? You'll be, hey man, go on with that bullshit, man. But if your woman in the street without you, the devil can get to her. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is my interpretation of the Bible. That's why God kicked them out the garden, because they ate from the forbidden tree. God was like, God damn, Adam, how you let the bitch eat the apple? You know, Adam was like, you gave me the bitch, what I'm supposed to do with it? So it went bad. Yeah. And we started living in sin. We didn't start dying until Eve and Adam both. They ate from the forbidden tree. He was listening to his bitch. You ain't supposed to listen to your bitch extensively. You supposed to love your woman, but if she talk too much, you gotta cut her off. Every time my woman talking to me, if she say more than 10 words at a time, I'll be like, just wait. God damn it, you're talking to me. You're gonna get me to listen to you. I don't need to listen to you. You throw me a text or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'll read it at my will. That's how it's supposed to go. You ain't supposed to have a long conversation with your woman. I know this sounds like it's crazy because you younger than me, Cam. You younger than me. I don't know how much I got you by.
See, for me, I don't judge.
You don't judge?
No.
Oh, okay, that's cool then.
No. So everything that you got going on, it's my job to ask you the questions. Your job to you can ask me questions too, and we just gonna have a funky ass conversation.
Like I said upstairs when we was first talking, I think you try to be a gentleman. I really think, I think you go out your way to be a gentleman. This is what I think. Okay. I can't say it's a fact, but I think you try to be a gentleman. Do you know in this world that we live in now, that's gonna be held against you? Because you conduct yourself as a gentleman, people will talk to you like you stupid. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I know we was gonna get to the shit, but I saw a heifer.
I see where you're going.
He judged me.
I said, no, I'm just trying to, I'm telling you, we driving together. We gonna get to Dr.Bryant.
You driving, I'm following you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I can't let you speed.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a speed limit here.
Okay, cool.
You dig what I'm saying?
We'll save it for later.
What I'm trying to ask you, you've made a joke about abortion.
Of course.
You've made a joke about the Bible.
Yes. Well, it wasn't a joke.
Okay.
These are facts.
That is subjective to how you think.
No, these are facts. Bitches kill kids. Ain't no doubt about it.
Okay.
Bitches kill kids.
Cool.
Is that a fact?
Cool.
I'm asking you.
I think it's a collective
That's that gentleman bullshit I told you
No, it's just
about.
a fact.
Bitches kill kids.
It's a fact. So my question to you is freedom of speech dead in comedy, or should it just be something where the get out of jail free card was, bro, it was a joke, bro, like, shit.
I think some people take advantage of that, but freedom of speech in comedy is going to go down with people like me who don't care about being blackballed, cancel culture, all that shit don't bother me. Hollywood's scared of me, and I believe Hollywood is scared of me because you got an alpha right here who might speak his mind. And if you speak your mind in Hollywood, they're gonna get rid of you. Hollywood, you have to be controlled by the weak. The weak control Hollywood. The people who not really talented. The people who not really talented control Hollywood, they control the record industry. They basically run everything. The talented people are the people who don't make no money, but they create everything. In the end, you up out of here broke because you are one of the people who create. The creators don't really get money.
You're the mule.
Say that, you're the mule. Well put, brother. You're the mule. All the people who making money off the creativity that's going on in the world are the motherfuckers who not creative. So when I get to Hollywood, I try to be as nice as I can, because I'm really a nice guy, I think. I consider myself a nice guy, but they see the potential in me to say what they don't expect people in Hollywood to have the guts to say. So I'm an outcast Hollywood-wise, but the streets chose me. That's why I'm able to do what I want to do, shop where I want to shop, because the streets chose me. I love the streets. What's up, y'all? Fuck them motherfuckers.
But as you're giving this surface level kind of, or an abbreviation of what you've experienced Hollywood to be, is there any tangible examples that you can say, hey, I'm gonna tell you a motherfucker who's extremely talented. He ain't getting paid what he's supposed to get paid, but Hollywood is using this motherfucker to blah, blah, blah.
That's everybody.
Like?
Listen.
Because I'm trying to weave through. I'm in this position to really kind of identify. I understand what you're saying. There's obviously certain truth to what's being said, but not knowing your story may be different than my story or experience, so to speak.
Cam, I gotta tell you something, bro. What you saying now, this is what I think. You are programmed to think, let's make peace. But there is really no peace. It's people stepping on your motherfucking head and giving you scraps. Even though I'm sure when you played, you made some money. But it was scraps versus what you should have made. You should have had stock in the team in that little pussy ass town. And I love my people out there in Charlotte. The real motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying, the stadiums and things get filled up by people like you, people like Jordan, I'm talking about the people, the standout talent. But you don't get the amount of money you deserve. You selling these joints out. You should have stock in teams, if you get what I'm saying. The reason I'm bringing that up is to let you know, I'm not exaggerating at all. We don't get what we supposed to get because we are basically in chains. We're in ball and chains right now. But they give a couple of us a couple of dollars so we can shine and make people think it's something out there. But ain't nothing out there. We ain't got shit. They killing us in all kinds of ways. They putting crazy shit in the food now. Ain't nobody even checking them because we just live it out, live our time out, get cancer or something later on and die.
So is there any type of blockage to comedy, in your opinion? Or should it be a free world of, bro, in any type of creative process, I could talk about anything and should be able to talk about anything with how...
I think with comedy and all parts of entertainment, we need to go back to where there's talent scouts, scouting talent, and we get a chance to see the best of us instead of those that were chosen, like the industry plants. Our stars are chosen by the people who are in charge of Hollywood. We're not seeing the best talent. Trust me when I tell you. Some of the best are in the underground, and when they show up, and you see them perform, you say stuff like, oh my God, this person is really stand out. I don't know why this person isn't higher up in Hollywood. It's because they don't fit in Hollywood. Hollywood hasn't chosen them because they won't comply. Or some would comply if they got the opportunity, and sometimes later on in life they get that opportunity. But
you just said a lot, but one of the things I wanna kind of ask is, how long have you been in comedy?
Long time, 30-some years.
30-something.
Yeah.
Seeing the dynamic of where comedy is now and where comedy used to be, how do you feel the state of comedy or entertainment is right now for you?
It sucks. We're not seeing the best talent. We're seeing the people who are willing to do what they are told to do. That's what's happening in Hollywood. And it's gonna sound like bitter grapes, because I got people who I care about dearly who are doing well in Hollywood. People who have helped me. Like, oh man, Corey, come here. You know, they throw me a lick. I'm that dude, all he gotta do is crack the door open. I'm like, cool. Like Nick Cannon, for example. He put me on his show, and I knew this would be a good commercial for me. You know what I'm saying? For people to see me. But they got stuff that they can't show on MTV that I said, but it rocked the crowd. And you know, I've talked about this with Nick before, but I expect it. I don't fit into that. And I'm not bitter at all. I don't fit into that. As long as I got the streets, as long as the streets can come see me, I'll be able to eat. But I wish that Hollywood wasn't set up only for those who will comply. We need to create a Hollywood of our own, because we can do it if we really want to.
You also said something in regards to contracts, and we should be owed more, right? Cam's of the world, to his impact to Charlotte, Michael Jordan with his impact to the overall NBA and sports as a whole. And even though the compensation is healthy, right? You see quarterbacks making upwards of $60 million a year. And now you see a situation where it's like, that isn't enough. But in business, everything is and should be negotiated. So if you feel like you won't stop, that's a negotiation that somebody has to be able to say yes or no. Now, in regards to entertainment, in regards to movies, in regards to anything, or even music for that particular matter, I think coming from where we come from, not having a lot, when we do get some, that's the restitution that we just was looking for. To just say, okay, bro, I got millions of dollars, I'm a millionaire now. Now I can get out of my specific circumstance.
Look, bro, there is no negotiation. You have been allotted this, and you're gonna take it because it's more than all the rest of you got. That's what they give us. They don't give us what we deserve. You'll never get what you deserve. You'll never make enough money to save your people. Remember that. But they're making enough money to save the people. It's just they don't want the people saved. They want the people to stay right where they are. So when you're negotiating with your agent or whoever else they have you talking to, they've got an amount they've allotted to you, and you're gonna take it because it's enough money for you to shine and walk past all the people. When I first got over here, I went to get some coffee, and I saw a man literally, when he was really in the garbage can eating in front of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I say, man, come here, man. Come here. And I gave him $100. I say, man, listen, just promise me you will get a salad, and then you can buy whatever else you want with this. Put some green inside you. And of course, he was like, and I don't know if he really gonna buy the salad, because he probably don't even know how much he need a salad, eating out the garbage can. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have enough money to save them, because it's a lot of that going around by this big Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough money to save the people. They made enough money to save the people off what you did. Save a lot of people. But they give us this, and we feel guilty when we around our people, because we can't save all of them. All we can do is go broke trying to help some of them. You get what I'm saying? So when you say negotiate, we don't have the power to negotiate. We're allotted a certain amount of money, and you won't be making sense not to take it. Especially what you said, what they pay quarterbacks.
For sure. But even to this point where you're explaining survivor's guilt or survivor's remorse, shout out to LeBron. But what are we to do? Not work with the white man? Not work at Hollywood as a whole? Because there is a delusion here as a black man who is pro-black. Mm-hmm. Like in the famous words of Issa Rae, I'm going for anybody that's black. Straight up.
I believe you.
But when you speak on certain things in regards to black people look at it like, yo, bro, how dare you talk about black people? I use my platform to entertain, to inform, to impact. Also, as far as inform and impact, under that should be accountability. I'm gonna hold you accountable. So whether it's right, wrong, and indifferent, I do believe in accountability on all fronts, not just a black on black thing or a black and white thing. I'll speak on the truth in my vantage point, from my vantage point. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not opinionated or it's not subjective. But I owe a service to my audience to speak on things. So when you're saying pro-black, that don't mean you can't speak on black situations.
Of course. Listen, man, one day, there was a time in my life where I felt lonely, like, damn, nobody understand me, don't nobody see what I see? And then one day I listened to the Minister Farrakhan, just one of his tapes. And it was the first time in my life I ever said, wow, somebody thinks like I think. Somebody sees what I see. So when I say the stuff I say, it's never to say you can't do business with somebody white, Asian, Hispanic, black, whatever. You have to pick your battles. But I'm saying the reason we speak this stuff into existence, the reason I say this stuff on your great platform, because a lot of people watch it, is so maybe somebody can listen to it and realize you're not crazy, because they don't have this type of conversation on platforms that are ran by
Hollywood.
Hollywood, but it's not just Hollywood. We're talking about there are people who I call human haters. They don't like humanity. Mm-hmm. I got that word from Chuck D, human haters. They don't like humanity. So even if you say something that might help the people, they weed you out and get rid of you. But see, we could say that on this platform as long as it is being allowed to be played. You get what I'm saying? That's why we're saying it. We're saving people just by making them realize, no, you're not crazy. What you see is really happening, because in this world, like if you tune in to ESPN, for example, I just don't believe Stephen A. Smith is gonna say nothing in reality. He has to say what will make his boss happy. See, here's a platform where we don't have to say what will make the boss happy. The boss being you, Cam, because your heart is in the right place in this situation, so you're not really stopping me from speaking freely. No. But I could not speak like this on a program like ESPN. That's why I've never been on ESPN.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, while I have you guys' attention, all college football fans, I need you to download the GameTime app right now. And the thing is, the closer it is to the game, the cheaper the tickets. It doesn't matter who you're rooting for and where you're rooting from. If you want tickets to the game, download the GameTime app. And if you use the code FUNKY, you get $20 off your first purchase. Now, see you at the game. Back to the show. But you have to understand too what funds ESPN. And
what funds it?
It's brands, it's partnerships, it's sponsors. That's how ESPN gets paid. First off, it's a public traded company. right? So if they're getting a 7 or potentially 8-figure check from their sponsors, and you're saying something derogatory about religion, politics, abortions, the Bible, we don't want to attach ourselves to that.
ESPN is funded off the backs of people like you. If it wasn't people like you, I ain't saying this because I'm in your face. I'm saying this because it needs to be said. People like you make ESPN watchable. If it wasn't people like you that they can capture and play on video, nobody will watch it. ESPN is funded off the backs of the people who don't really get what they supposed to get. The people who rich off ESPN are not the people who are creating the content on ESPN. We are the creators of all things people want to watch and see. I'm saying guys like us who stand out. Them people who get the big checks, garbage motherfuckers, spoiled kids. You know who they are. Come on, we ain't got this. We know what it is.
I wouldn't agree with that, the garbage, the spoiled, which is your opinion. What I would say is they understand what comes with me signing this check. I can't, if I feel like, man, fuck Corey Holcomb and everything that nigga stand for.
Right.
Man, listen, next topic. Because if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. A lot of people will bypass these hard discussions because, number one, they don't understand the game, or number two, they understand it and they're not going to get entangled in the riffraff of what comes with how or what they're going to say. I think the most belittling thing in mainstream TV is for you to speak truth about something and it becomes offensive to somebody else, but it's the truth, and now you're forced to apologize.
Don't that hurt? And you ain't did nothing but said what you supposed to say.
It's real. But this is the reality of what people don't understand, right? Platforms like ESPN, platforms like Fox, platforms like CNBC, platforms like NBC, major platforms, TNT, any major whatever. And it also goes with entertainment or music companies like Sony, Universal, whatever. They have the power to shift people's thinking. They call it propaganda, okay? So when you have things like words like nepotism, or you have words like sexism, there's a lot of truth behind that. But the storylines, right, is impacted by a producer that's going to tell Stephen A., that's going to tell anybody that's on TV, right, Gail King, it doesn't matter who you are. They're going to tell you what to say or what's hot that you should say. Now, if you go outside of that and you say certain things that you personally believe in, and it may be the truth, you're going to have to recant that if it offends the sponsors or the people who are paying the money. Go ahead.
Well, you will recant it if you still want to be in that business. But there are some things that have happened on television, magical moments where people just stand on what's right. One day, Kenny Smith walked off the set on ESPN. I mean, on TNT.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. When the Can't Breathe, or it was a movement, right?
See, even though you get programmed, you still have a heart. Kenny Smith showed he had a heart because he couldn't take it another second with them acting like this isn't serious. This is real. And I can't smile it off no more. And I remember when he did that because I was worried about him because I thought they wasn't going to have him back. Because if you stand up for what's right, you are not part of the programming of television in most situations. So what I'm saying is, Brother Cam, when you talk about things, like I said something about abortion earlier.
Yes, sir.
And I said some things about the Bible earlier. Trust me when I tell you there's beauty in the dark. The stuff that people think you're not supposed to say, you really, listen, you are supposed to say certain things because if you don't talk about it, the people will be programmed into thinking it's wrong to talk about it. There's nothing wrong talking about my interpretation of the Bible. There's nothing wrong talking about aborting babies. There's nothing wrong talking about it. It's just you're programmed to think, ooh, he said that. I didn't do anything wrong. I just talk about it. And there's a lot of people who want to hear about it. And you want me to tell you how I know that's true? Because I'm able to eat without being on any of those major media platforms that are out there. A lot of people want to hear about it. More people should hear about it. They should hear the point of view from people who have the courage to stay in the dark without the bank account that comes with working for those platforms, because those platforms, you can make a decent amount of money, as Stephen A. brags about all the time. He rich, but he broke. You rich, but you broke. Let me tell you why, brother. Because you know most of the stuff you say is what your boss wants you to say. They used to have a difficult way of getting that out there with certain reporters. But when they got us saying the dirt, when they got us talking about each other, this is how they get away with it. And if you ask me, Stephen A. leads the charge of us talking about us. That's just my opinion.
Okay, how do you draw the line between, in your world of comedy, being authentic to messaging? See what I'm saying? Like, how do you navigate between authentic and potentially offending people with what you do?
When you're talking to the people, man, when you've been doing it as long as I have,
Right.
you don't rely on your routine no more. When I go up there, I got some routine I do. Yeah, because people really want, there are jokes. People be like, Corey, man, I really wanted you to say the one. So I give them some routine. But I talk to the people from the heart because I done perfected it because I've been doing this a long time. And I really am one of the people who is, in my opinion, I'm doing what I was chosen to do. So I can come from the heart and talk to the people and it be strong like the routine.
Mm. You've been doing this, you said 30 plus years.
30 plus years.
When you see the social media comedy in this realm, are you a part of it? Do you fuck with it? Or is it something that is like, that ain't real comedy?
When it comes to the social media comedy, I will say this, it doesn't always work when you're standing on a stage live in front of people who paid their money to park, babysitters and everything, and they ready for you to come with it. You can't perpetrate it. Online, you can think of something for a second and then just type it in. But when you out here in front of the people, which is really, it's interfering with the culture of this game. People now are paying their money hoping the show good when they go see the famous person from the internet. You get what I'm saying? But like I say, there was a time when talent scouts used to go out and recruit the best talent. So when they put this product out there, the product was proven and ready. But if I say an internet comic ain't good, it don't sound right coming out of my mouth. But I'm saying, there's not a lot of them who are ready, and unfortunately, they're put out there in the fire before they're ready, and people remember them as that. This is the time of the internet, Cam. People know us from what we're doing now. There are people who know you from this. They don't even know you from being the great football player you was. Right. I take that brother like Nate Robinson. I think didn't he win the dunk contest one year?
Yes, sir.
People don't know him from winning the dunk contest. People know him from getting knocked out by Jake Paul. This is what the internet has done. You get what I'm saying? So when you standing in front of that camera, you are putting yourself out there to be remembered as this. And I say this especially to the beautiful sisters who put themselves out there in a way on the OnlyFans side of the game, this is how you're gonna be remembered. So remember what you're doing. Is it worth it? It might be for some people, you know what I'm saying?
But.
Here come the gentleman shit.
No, it's not the gentleman, it's just a different perspective.
Don't give it to me.
Okay,
give it to me.
so we know T.I. as...
I know him as a rapper.
Okay, cool. Now, T.I. has ventured into comedy.
Yes.
You don't see T.I. as a comic?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I have never watched my brother T.I. perform. And the reason I have never watched him perform is because I want some time to let it bubble. Let him get into what he's doing. Because I know he's just jumping into it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to judge it yet. I want to see him 5 years in. Then I'll be like, let me watch my brother T.I. do comedy. Because I know when it comes to rapping, he one of the best.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. I don't want to see the open mic T.I. I've never said this to him, and I know him. In fact, I know him in a way where I'll be like, me and T.I. cool, you know what I'm saying? But I've never watched his set, not one time, because I want to see him grow and get that. There's something that happens in comedy and other things as well where you become on stage really who you are. When he gets ready to become who he is on stage and talk about the stuff, the elephant in the room, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The stuff that he might be like, oh, that's touchy, don't touch on that. When he becomes that, he gonna really have a lot to say.
So how can you give grace to T.I. for allowing him to evolve, but that girl on OnlyFans or that person that we've seen as a sexual entity or a sexual vixen, when she becomes a DJ, when she becomes a comic, when she becomes a sex symbol at a higher wave, it's not respected?
Well, if you out here just busting down for the game, it's not respectable, Cam. If you a girl and your whole thing, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this, I don't really want to watch you right now because what you're doing is something that I feel like it's a form of desperation. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to make sure I explain it in a way where it's straight up.
It makes a lot of sense, but I do think your thinking is a little skewed.
How?
Okay,
because I don't want to see the sister bust down?
No, because of one of the most impactful females in the world, when the world first came to know who she is, was because of a sexual act.
Trust me, I get that. The woman I love the most used to do some strange things. She used to do some strange things. And but she's evolved into something, so I get what you're saying. But
Hold on, stop. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian. Who are you talking about?
It's a lot of girls I know who used to bust down when they was younger.
Are we gonna keep it funky or we gonna keep it funky?
I'm saying the reason I won't put their name out there because it'll drive drama to them and they're not living that lifestyle now.
But this is how you can still make it make sense. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to be...
No, I don't think you're trying to make it messy at all. I'm just saying,
I'm trying to add to the context because I don't want people to be assuming like, oh, that motherfucker.
Do you think Kim Kardashian, we said her name, that's why I'm using it. Do you think she's different now than who she was maybe 5 years ago when she was jumping from guy to guy?
At this particular point, we're talking about 15 years ago. Because 5 years ago, she was married.
Well,
if my
that don't mean nothing. She belonged to the game.
Yeah.
I remember when she was on that Tom Brady roast. I was like, boy, I can't believe they didn't let her have it. Because she was on there, I'd have been like, they ain't even had to rent out no big venue like that. Everybody could have sat in that big-ass monkey between her legs. I had to throw that in there. I had to. Go ahead.
But she's literally, or her mother, has profoundly used that to catapult their whole family's...
You're absolutely right.
So something has to be said that, okay, Kim K, we know how we first came to understand who she is. Mm-hmm. But what she's been able to do since then it's been nothing less than something that needs to be studied in a way where, call it what you want, I'm the one that's gonna give her her flowers because she's a media juggernaut.
But what did she do? Do you know who her mother is, first of all?
For sure.
Okay, so?
And so it was, who gets the credit, the mother or her?
The mother. She turned people that are talentless into everyday names because of her plug in the industry.
Okay.
Have you seen some of the people this lady was around? I'm talking about in the 90s. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian mama. She plugged.
Kris Jenner.
All them. OJ. I mean, the lawyer.
Kardashian.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this lady is connected in the industry. So yeah, it's not nothing to hold up as beautiful. It's just, this is what they had to do to get that paper. They had to do dirt to get the paper.
But that's the game though. So my thing is, my take from this is she's evolved, right? No different than T.I. has evolved. Rapping, similar to athletics, is a young man's sport. Would you agree?
Yes.
So
how do you compare him to Kim? I don't understand. That's what you
The comparison is evolving. So we've known Kim to be a sexual beauty. We've known T.I. to be a rapper. T.I. has morphed or he has evolved in expanding into comedy. Now, that sexual beauty is now one of the most influential females on this planet and is a business mogul.
Maybe it's something I don't know what's going on right now. You're telling me the girl who was on the tape with Ray J with the flat ass, and then all of a sudden her ass started popping, which her mother orchestrated. You know, her mama probably saw the tape. We got to get you an ass, bitch. But I'm just saying, you're telling me she's a mogul in some way?
No, she is. Let's put the jokes aside. I'm
asking you to give it to me. Show me how she's mogul.
Definitely a media mogul by her involvement in just fashion. She's now trying to use her platform for good to dabble into prison reform, as well as representation of certain people who she may have felt got their wrong due. And I think a lot of times people see one side, but not acknowledge it when it's another side too. So that's the comparison. I'm not trying to compare T.I. to Kim Kardashian. What I am saying is you have two people that started as one thing, or people knew them as one thing. They've evolved into something else. And in one case, we accept it in T.I., and in another case, it's like, oh, well, she's still the chick that had the sex tape. But no, she's not that no more. Not to say that she's not having sex. I'm saying she has been able to leverage that as a situation as we once knew her as this. She's not that no more.
T.I. was a talented platinum rapper. Do we disagree?
No.
He came with talent. This bitch bust down for the game. That's all she did. And because of her connections with her mama, they able to stay relevant. What is Kim Kardashian finna do that's talented? Everything they doing is a play. I'm saying she's trying to get into politics and stuff like that because they're trying to stay relevant and keep that name in the air. But I don't see no talent from Kim Kardashian, but maybe she's talented in bed or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying, what has she done where you'll be like, oh, here's Kim Kardashian, let me watch her?
Okay, so
she's forced upon us because of connection.
This is my last thing about this. It's either one or the other. Who has more influence? T.I., who has talent, or Kim Kardashian?
I'm gonna answer that honestly now.
Yes.
People like me.
No.
You want me to say what you want me to say?
No, I don't want. I want you to answer the question.
I was just gonna answer the question.
But don't go into this and that. Just say what you Say the answer and then explain the answer.
Okay, I'm gonna just go straight to it.
Yes, sir.
Every time Kim Kardashian is on the TV, I change that motherfucker. I don't know what the bitch talking about. I be like, oh, that a hoe is right there. I change the channel. I don't know what she talking about. So if she doing something influential nowadays, I'm missing it because I'll be like, oh, that's the hoe right there. So that might be me. But that puts it out there in the game, boy. I'm here to tell you, I don't care what she is. I'm just saying. Do you know her and her mama do the same thing?
But you're not answering the question.
Okay, what question didn't I answer?
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. got more influence to me. That's all I'm saying. I would listen to him if he talk.
Yes, sir.
If Miss Kardashian was talking, I'd be like, bitch, how much to get that pussy? That's all I need to know right now.
Listen.
Fuck you talking about, bitch.
As a native of Atlanta, I have the utmost respect for T.I. So do I have the utmost respect for Kim Kardashian.
On the same level?
In this situation, when you're asking a question, who has more influence, I would have to say Kim Kardashian has more influence than T.I.
That's unfortunate.
But we're talking not personally. I'm talking about just global presence.
I'm not saying it personally either.
Okay.
If it is a fact that Kim Kardashian has more influence than a man who sold millions of albums of what he said, that's a goddamn shame. Kim Kardashian ain't talking about shit. This bitch is hustling. Everything she do is a calculated move that is allowed. Please let me say that sentence one more time. Everything Kim Kardashian does is a calculated move that is allowed. So if you're listening to her, you're being misled. She has not proven herself to be anything that is moral and stand up where you can be like, here go Kim, let's see what she's talking about. People who watch her are unfortunately the young that are influenced by that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's a tragedy that she has relevance in anybody's eyes. I'm saying, like, what has she done to earn the respect to have more influence than somebody who sold millions of albums of what he's saying? Kim Kardashian having influence is a perfect example of why this world ain't shit. Especially in this Western world, it ain't shit. What the fuck is you listening to Kim Kardashian talk about?
No, see, this is, and I gotta stay here for a second because I think this conversation needs to be had. Kim Kardashian is responsible for impacting the look for what we deem or women deem as, oh, I want my body to look like this.
The bitches look ridiculous now.
No. But the reality is when we're talking about impact, right? Call her or call it whatever you want. The impact is there was not a lot of people who looked like her that everybody wanted to look like. When you look at her sister Kylie, when you look at the BBL epidemic, it is in large part impacted because of Kim Kardashian. As one of the founding fathers of this thing where I want that Kim K look. They're not gonna say it directly, but they're gonna say, okay, boom, I want my hips, I want this, I want that. This was something that people wanted to look like. So when you're talking about impact, yeah, morally, was it right for her to come on the scenes doing what she's doing? No, but that's not to negate the impact that she's had in society today.
But if we don't say it's a tragical impact, we're not doing the people a favor. Bitches look ridiculous trying to look like these girls. They got before pictures of how them girls look. Now they have perfected a superficial look that unfortunately girls don't even go take the garbage out with putting on all they fucking, I call it their uniform. They glamour face. The shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to perfect yourself in a way where you don't have to go and get on the plane and go over there to the Dominican and get your little inner tube put in your ass and they think that, I'm gonna tell you something, all you beautiful women out there, if you change your body into something like that, I promise you, in the eyes of everybody that count male, you just a fuck toy. You ain't nothing that nobody finna hold up. Learn how to perfect what God gave you because it looks better that way than to walk around with all this nonsense going on with you. Because I'm telling you now, I just don't know. I just don't know a lot of girls who did that who are truly happy because I see them when I'm through with them. They don't want their wig to come off. They don't want this to be seen and all like that. It's Kim Kardashian and her family have negatively impacted so many women in this world. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you would never hear this on ESPN because that's how they want you to look. They want you to look like a goddamn fool with all that shit on you where you just don't look right. You look like something that's put together to be fucked instead of something that's put together to be cuffed and loved and be with forever. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, Cam, I get what you're saying. Her impact, you can't deny it, but it's a negative impact and somebody gotta say it.
Yes, sir.
Them bitches ain't shit. I'm just getting it to you. I might not be liked by a lot of people for what I'm saying right now, but the people that count, they're gonna be like, he making a point.
You know I'm rebellious, so I have to ask another question.
Give it to me, give it to me.
You've never fucked nobody with a BBL?
Yes, I have fucked a girl with a BBL.
Okay, so I'm giving you this from the narrative of what I've seen from Dr. Umar, right? He said in large part, women are getting these additives to their body, I'm paraphrasing here, because that's what men want. So on one front, you're saying like, yo, being natural, work with what you got, that's cool. But when a woman sees what a man wants, that's the look that they're going to get. So they're just trying to be sought after by a man because if you want a fat ass, if you want perky breasts, if you want, good teeth or certain things that looks good or that's satisfying to you, they're going to get it. And that's not a natural look, or they don't have the time, discipline, or effort to get it naturally. So they want instant gratification. So how do you get mad at a woman for wanting that, but that's something that you are also attracted to?
Well, I'm not mad at them for whatever they do, but I'm here to tell you, if you walking around here with a body that's superficial, you're gonna get superficial results. I promise you're gonna get superficial results. Every girl, I had the girl, she got the BBL. I was there for her when she got off the plane. I nurtured her until the blood stopped coming out her ass. I was there for her. And in the end, it looked good, but it looked good for fucking, not for keeping and creating a legacy with and trying to be with you. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm trying to fuck you and give you a couple of dollars because I know what to keep you around. If you went and got a BBL, it's because you don't have the confidence to face the world as you are. And it's okay. You're just not for a man who is really trying to make sure his legacy with a woman is something that is not trendy. I don't want you to be a trendy thing in my life. If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not going to be a woman with a BBL. Because I know that's mental illness to let somebody crack your ass open, put some motherfucking Air Jordan shit up in there, and sew it back up. That is not a mentally stable woman. Bitches with BBLs crazy than a motherfucker. But you can fuck them all day long. I like looking at the BBL when they wash up in the sink.
Last thing, you said that's the plan to get fucked, not the plan to get cuffed.
Of course. Do you disagree with that? I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but I'm just saying, a woman who walking around superficial, I don't think she can get a man who is intelligent and out here doing what he's supposed to do, living his reality, living his real shit. You're not gonna get that man. You're gonna get that man that's looking for something, that he can get whatever he can get.
There's not a lot of places that you can be respected in with a I would say, I use respect very, probably should not use that word. But
Take it back then.
I take it back. There's not a lot of places where it's accepted for you to show up voluptuous. Is it voluptuous or voluptuous?
Voluptuous?
Voluptuous. Bulging breasts, bulging buns, and just that's, okay, you're talking to a man that, yeah, I could go to Magic City, but I also can go to the White House. Okay.
The White House, what you mean, would the president be?
Yeah.
What's at the White House?
You ain't never been to the White House?
No, I've seen it. I drove past it.
Okay, well, you're talking to a person that I can go to the hood, but I also can go to a boardroom. Okay, I can go to the hole in the wall, but I also can go to the red carpet. I can go to, Turks and Caicos and, have one of those, a good time, but I also am needing somebody to go to a boardroom meeting or a foundation meeting or you see what I'm saying? There's levels to.
The homie Willie D called those women. He said, they gotta be ready for the show. The show is when you walking with me. You gotta be ready for the show at all times. If you ain't ready for the show, I can't use you like you wanna be used. A woman who ready for the show, who can go to, this and that.
Yeah.
Women need to be ready for the show, especially when they out with, as the late brother said, a high value man. If you're not ready for the show, you playing yourself if you're around somebody who's of caliber. And I think they need to be taught that.
Yeah.
You can't be at the airport with a bonnet on if you out here with me. You just can't do it. And if I do allow it, trust me, it's a diss to you. Because if I care about you, I ain't finna let you run the streets with me like that.
Yeah.
You can't run the streets with me like that. You gotta be ready for the show. You see that picture right there? He got a picture of Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. They ready for the show. Look at them. They just out in public. They ready for the show. If you a woman and you want to be cuffed, chose, put up there on his pedestal, you gotta be ready for the show. And I'm not saying a BBL don't mean that you're not ready for the show. Right. But what I'm saying is, if you got a BBL, you can still be ready for the show. But when it's time to choose the queen, you probably gotta go. That's all I'm saying. When you're ready to choose the queen, you gonna choose the queen with the BBL? My bad, that was a BBL bitch right there. What you gonna do? I'm saying, I believe I'm putting something in your mind, Cam, that you never thought of.
Oh, no, trust me.
The BBL can be the queen?
No, trust me.
You can marry a crazy bitch.
The BBL don't mean you crazy.
How is it not? Do you know what a BBL is? Do you know the procedure of getting a BBL?
Understood, but it's like, since we keeping it fun, it's almost like dosage of steroids. Like you can get, or let's say coffee, right? So you could get a Frappuccino. That's just a little bit of coffee. You could get latte. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get a straight, full, whole cup of espresso, that's a lot of caffeine. Mm-hmm. And it's going to impact you in that type of way. Mm-hmm. I'm not opposed of body shaming. I'm not saying that, oh man, anybody who gets fake anything, from liposuction to Botox to, no, it's within reason. Just make it look natural. Just don't make all the eyes around you to be like, yo, did you see that motherfucker's ass? Mm-hmm. Because that happens with a natural body. That happens with, damn, she's gorgeous. Look at her titties. Geez, she got some. That can happen regardless. So I'm not sitting up here saying, yo, if you get a BBL, you're stupid. No, what I am saying is just make it be make it make sense.
It's a form of mental illness, brother. If you crack your ass open and put stuff in it, you a crazy bitch.
But do you keep the same energy with fake titties?
Fake titties. I don't like fake titties. They feel like wintertime dirt.
But do you say the same thing about any type of Botox enhancement to whatever?
Well, Botox, in my opinion, is not as aggressive as ass that's been dug open and
But
stuff.
there's many different
But there's-
forms of BBL. Like you could get Botox in your hips. You could get both. Like there's certain procedures that it's not, when you say BBL, it's many different forms of enhancements. That's what I'm saying to you. And my thing is, just keep it cute, baby. I'm not sitting up here trying to go from a cup to a double D. Like that's, Jesus Christ.
Cam, if a woman walked up to me and said, motherfucker, I was hustling when I did this. This is what I had to do to get it at the time. I was hustling. Do you know that opens up my mind to make me see, okay, I get it. You was hustling. You was out there lost without your leader, which is a man. You was out there. I can understand stories like that. But most women get BBLs because of vanity. It is not nothing to do with their grind. When you out here trying to make it, man, you would do some of anything, man. I used to do dirt when I was a young man trying to get some money. I grew out of it because it wasn't in me to try to always sneak the next man. It wasn't in me to do it like that. So I wasn't real good at it because I always felt like I'm doing some dirt. Vanity is dirt. It's a major sin. You know what I'm saying? If you out here getting a BBL because you want to look a certain way, you a crazy bitch and will be treated as so in the long run by me. That's just me though. You ain't got to worry about me though. I'm just one man, goddammit. Shit, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers who think your BBL is, I'm gonna marry her. That girl got a big old booty. She got it done. Get you one of them motherfuckers. They ain't shit either. If your man is with you because of how you look, that's a major red flag. If you find your queen and she looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, I'll fuck them. You marry a girl with a BBL, something wrong with you, man. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you marrying somebody with a mental issue. They crazy.
Is this you being funny or is this really how you feel?
This is the real, brother.
Say less. Can we get into our game?
Come on, let's do it.
Anything else on BBLs?
No, I'm just saying, goddamn, BBL bitch is great.
Say less. Corey, as a man of true words, let us know your thoughts with the fewest words in our favorite game called One Word, featuring Corey Holcomb.
Oh, shit.
The game is simple. I have a list of names. Describe each person using the first word that comes to mind. Are you ready?
I think so.
Ratchet white girls.
BBL.
DJ Vlad.
Baby oil.
Donald Trump.
Hustler.
Kamala Harris.
Just put fake.
Just hilarious.
Not funny at all. Oh, unhilarious. That's the word.
Kim Kardashian.
Troll.
Dr.Bryant.
Perpetrator.
Kim. Oh, shit. Let's start that one over. Here we go. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance.
Gift.
The Paris Olympic drag queens.
Don't know nothing about them motherfuckers.
Cardi B.
The homie face. Is that a word?
No. What you mean the homie face?
That's one word, the homie face. I can spell it out if you want me to. It's a compound word.
Okay.
No, they got a lot of pictures of her online when before she got all, she looked like the homie.
You've been keeping up with the Offset and Cardi B situation?
I listened to it a little bit, but she got a BBL. They ain't gonna make it. They not gonna make it, dog. They're not gonna make it. And then she used to get people robbed. It's like you give a woman grace. She did some dirt. She used to set people up to get robbed and brag on it. I don't know why she get grace for that, but I don't hate her. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate her, but I think she's a scumbag. I'm just saying. You set people up to get robbed. That's a dirty, rotten motherfucker right there.
But they don't evolve?
I don't know. She got some money. She don't got to set people up to get robbed. But remember when I said I used to do dirt, like shoplift and stuff like that, I always felt bad because I'm taking from my fellow. I don't think she felt bad because I could tell by the way she said it. But this is just how I felt. I said I don't think she felt bad.
But you got different emotions or acceptable emotions from one side, but the other side, when it's also something that may be done right, wrong, and different, you don't have that same type of energy.
Explain it, because I don't understand what you're saying, bro.
It's a lot of things. You have so much respect for T.I. T.I. used to rob, or not, I don't know, but in his music, he speaks about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna keep it and I love T.I., I fuck with the king. In case you forgot, I'm a king. Like, fucking Pimp Squad clip, Pimp Squad clip.
Yeah, I know you know what's up.
Like all that, it's how do we celebrate him? But then when you're talking about Cardi B, it's just like, oh man,
I got an answer for that. Because he gives his testimony in detail where it becomes respectable when you talk about your flaws. Now, it was Cardi B who said that she used to get people robbed and stuff like that. But this is what makes it where it's hard for me to respect it. Because she's online bragging about what she could do. I can go out and fuck all kind of motherfuckers if I want to and shit like that. It takes away from your credibility. Just like they got a girl now, she's claiming Islam. I can't think of her name.
Brittany Renner.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, yo, do you really think it's the time for you to be claiming Islam? It's like I'm a Muslim now. Give me instant gratification for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to put work in and show that you not the dirtbag.
No, is that Ruby Rose? That was...
No, you said it right. You said it right. That was that girl name.
No, but Ruby Rose also.
Who is Ruby Rose? Sound like a cheap drink at the liquor store.
Say that.
I don't know. Who the fuck is Ruby Rose?
But she's claiming certain things, but moving right along. Still playing the game, by the way. First word that comes to mind when you think of Diddy.
Villain.
Justin Bieber.
Victim?
Mayor Eric Adams.
The first word that comes to my mind is caught up with him.
Brett Favre.
Villain.
Can't use the same word.
You can't? Thief.
Adam 22.
Is that the porno guy?
To some degree. Yes.
Hustler. I used that for Donald Trump.
You did.
Manipulator. And I say that in a good way.
Say that. Drake.
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 Recipient.
We, in this recipient.
Recipient.
That's like,
if he wasn't who he was, he would not be put on the pedestal like that. He's not a black rapper. Am I right? He's not a black rapper. So
when you're asking, so is that so you're saying recipient?
Recipient. He gets things that come with being who he is.
A rapper, meaning that. Like there's
He's not a black rapper, so all of the stuff that he does is put out there for us to see.
Is that authentic?
I don't think it's authentic at all.
Okay. So do you think he is a person that is privileged?
Very privileged. If I could take the word back, I'd say that.
You would say privileged.
Yeah, privileged.
Steve Harvey.
Joke.
Is that you went into depth?
I'm saying he cracks jokes, right? So I'm gonna say joke.
But when you said Adam 22, you said in a good way or in a bad way. Do you care to share?
It's both, if you tell the truth. It's both. I talked to Steve Harvey on the phone.
Okay.
Because I used to talk shit about him on my show. Not shit about him, it was a lot of facts. So we talked on the phone. So once I talk to you and we've made contact, I don't really want to be disrespectful to you like that, you know what I'm saying? Because Steve Harvey is a well-known comedian, and he an OG. He older than me, so it's like you kind of just like, you don't want to be rubbing it in, but I'm saying, I just use the word joke. And you can say it, you can take it how you want to take it.
Last but not least, Corey Holcomb.
The sleeper.
You feel like you've been slept on?
Oh yeah, man. Slept on a lot, man. A lot of people need to hear the point of view of, it's about 20 headliners in this country who from the underground I'm from that's worth listening to. And everybody needs their opportunity to see these guys because these are the truth. These guys are the truth. They're the real deal from my generation, the guys who started with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm slept on. A lot of the main streaming services have not used me, mainly because I haven't been walked in by the people who walk you in to make it happen, because the people that walk you in to make it happen are gonna wanna control Corey Holcomb. And you can control me to a certain extent, but you just can't have all of me that I've worked for, because I found that GOAT path on that movie 300, you know, that GOAT path to get to the back of them?
Yeah.
I found it. I don't really need you. I don't have to be rich beyond my wildest imagination, you know what I'm saying? I got what I need. I'm from the projects. It don't take much for me to be straight. I got a fast car, and I got access to a lot of girls in poverty. So I'm winning.
That's access to a lot of girls. And matter of fact, you know what we want to talk about? Let's talk about relationships.
You can give it to me.
You're strong. You have a strong take on how you view the position in like society's worldly view of how a relationship should be. Are you pro-monogamy or pro-polygamous? Or polygamy, is that?
I don't think monogamy exists. I think every once in a while you meet a dude and he only with his girl. Very rare. We are men. We, especially men who have means. If you're a man who has means, you have women. And if you say it ain't true, you're not being genuine. I know your girl probably watching, but if you could, just think how sweet it would be if you could talk to your girl for real. Do you know the harmony that might be able to come from that? But you didn't pick a girl you could talk to for real. You picked a girl that you're willing to act for as long as you can keep her. That's what most people are in that situation. But we men, we got money, especially men who got money. You got girls. You can't not be with them. There's too many beautiful women in the world to just lie to one girl and be like, look, I'm only with you. That's some bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I can't be with nobody like that.
But you keep mentioning certain things. I'm curious to know this. You keep mentioning women in poverty. Why? Like, what's your admiration?
Well, I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some...
Hold up, God damn.
Some outlet Jordans.
Outlet Gucci.
Yeah.
Outlet Gucci. But this is the problem, or I've been doing this for a long time. Like,
how long?
A couple years, right?
Kept it real.
A couple years. When you talk to women, and this is the thing that promotes sexism. This is the thing that...
What is sexism? I don't know what that is.
Sexism is...
a word stupid bitches made up.
No, but it's a real thing. It's like...
Is it?
Very male-dominated or very female-dominated kind of things where they've... It's only but so much you could do it as it's like a gender deficiency. Like how genders are viewed, like a man can only be this, a female can only be that. That's a form of sexism.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
My point is how you speak of women, right? Where you want control. Is there ever...
I don't want control that is taken by force. I want control because I'm the one who is the leader of the pack, naturally.
So could you see yourself in a situation where a woman makes as much as you or more than you?
I like women who make money, just I can't do nothing with you other than sleep with you. If you could take care of yourself, you're gonna think you could talk to me. I don't like you talking to me a lot. I know you got your own money and all like that, so if you want to, we can hook up, hang out, do that for a minute, but I'm saying, girls in poverty, because they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
Yeah, but do you see how that comes off as...
No. How does it come off? It's this, look, we're exchanging services.
Okay, but that's not prostitution?
It's all prostitution. What's not prostitution? The only woman who not prostituting, not a woman that's married to their husband. Everything else you owe.
But understand this, when I'm hearing reports come out about Diddy with prostitution, trafficking, Vince McMahon, right? Trafficking, sexual misconduct. These type of things and this type of behavior is ingrained in powerful men's minds that this is how it's supposed to just be. It's like, you need to need me and I can control you for you needing me.
You don't get down like that.
What do you mean?
The stuff that the brother Diddy do. You don't move like that, do you?
No.
Do you beat bitches up at the elevator?
No.
I mean, it's just, I'm saying, there are some bad men out there. Men who, it's really a weakness. It's really a weakness. And they get put in front of us for the world to see. But that's just not how a lot of men move. I'm not somebody who takes advantage of people because I don't like that she did it and I made her do it like this. I come with my offerings and they accept it or they don't. I'm not tricking nobody with no type of drugs or whatever like that, or force or nothing like that. Well, it's not a lot of guys out there doing that. There are some villains in this world, and I hate that they get promoted like they do.
So, was this a joke or was this the truth? You holding somebody's head to the window? Because
I would never hold a girl head to the window unless she had it coming. So are you saying, Mr. Newton, you have never had to physically discipline a woman?
Never.
Oh my God.
Because I'm gonna tell you, in my situation,
you can't.
Somebody would have came out and said, Cam has physically abused me.
You gotta get a sister that beat bitches up. You gotta get you a girl on deck that you say, hey, this bitch got her hands, so she go handle them. Cause Cam, do you know nice guys really finish last in this Western world?
Oh, for sure. But this is the thing that, and I don't want to be misquoted. I don't want to be banned, right? Because even though I can create and curate any question that I want to, there's still a platform that has to agree with what we're talking about here. I don't find it humorous to talk about disciplining a female or even a male where it takes physical force, right? So for me, I'm not calling it fake or whatever. Like, if my father always told me, if she makes you want to put your hands on her, that ain't the woman for you.
Well, I get that. But there's a vetting process that comes when dealing with a woman from this Western world. Sometimes you have to demonstrate. Now, if you got to demonstrate time after time after time, you are right. This is not somebody that you have the power to vet into what you need her to be. If you have to always, we're gonna use the word demonstrate. I think people know what I'm talking about. If you always gotta demonstrate with her, then that's not your girl, man. Leave that alone. But there are women out here who understand, this man treats me good. He treats the kids I came with good. He's a good brother, he does this. But when I push him, he demonstrates. So I'm not gonna do that no more.
So can we please put a microscope to when you say demonstrate, what does that mean?
Discipline.
In what regard?
Physical discipline is something that is the last resort.
No.
It's the last resort. I'm just giving you my point of view.
Okay, I'm gonna give you mine when you.
It's the last resort, but it might be necessary sometimes. Because there's a lot of girls who are rebels, but they want to get saved. They don't want to lose their man. Okay. They done messed up and they done tried you. Okay. Well, you done told them, cool out now. Don't go there. Don't go there with me. Okay. They try you. They might jump in your face or do something like that. They love you and you love them.
That's not love.
What's not love?
Like, if you jump into my face, if you don't know how to act, I will eject myself from the situation.
Wise. I agree.
So I'm saying any type of, motherfucker, let me tell you, oh, you stupid, oh, you want to do that? Oh, baby, my warning to you is be careful. That careful, that's me demonstrating.
Right.
Control yourself. Hold on. Hold on, what's the word that you used? You have to be ready. Oh, what's the word that you used in regards to, you got to be ready for the show.
Ready for the show.
If we at the show and you acting up,
yeah,
that's my demonstration right there. Hold on, slow down. If you, fuck this show ain't everything and everybody, okay, cool, that's all right, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All of them don't do it like that, Cam.
No.
Some of them get in your face and they be like, yeah. But they up on you in a way that's aggressive. Now you done put time and effort into it and you willing to try after she pushes you to the level where you come up out your body. That's what we call it.
Okay, so this is what I believe. Everything, even emotion, is learned behavior. So if she's doing, motherfucker, let me tell you, somebody has taught her that or has allowed that. And if that is something that somebody else before me allowed, and you come into my face, I'm going to demonstrate how to eject you out of my life. I'm not going to negotiate with you. I'm not going to think that, oh, baby, we was just drunk. I'm going to simply say, it's either don't ever put me in that situation that it can be implied that Cam does some crazy stuff. Or this person implied that, oh, he beat her ass or she put his, don't ever put me in that type of situation. So that's my recollection or that's my demonstration to you. Because if you make me seem like I'm crazy, you're not the person for me.
But Cam, listen to me, bro. I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But there are people who hold it together for a long time where you've invested time with them. In other words, bitch, 2 years, you've been around her 2 years, then all of a sudden she come out the bag on you. Mm-hmm. A man automatically is gonna be frustrated because it's like, oh, Oh, you just kept it together a long time. But this how you move. You get what I'm saying? Because there's some girls out there, you can't take them for granted. They are wise with how they move.
For sure.
The average bitch jump loud with you and can't control her emotions. See, that's just an average bitch right there. They funny. But I'm saying the ones who
play the game.
They got you invested in them.
Right.
And she's even invested in you, but she has a problem with following direction or a problem with the training process that's going on. I'm never saying you bully anybody, because I don't like bullies. But what I'm saying is, when time, your heart, and things like that are invested in somebody, and they try you, where they come up out the bag on you, discipline can happen.
Okay, so glad you said that, because there's going to be some beautiful queens that sees this, and their response to that is, I would have never tried you if you did not trigger me first. You played in my face. You did these things that you know I was not accepting of, and therefore it spun me into a frenzy.
Well, bitch gonna tell me she accepting anything if you with me. This is my world. You don't get to be who you want to be. If you are who you want to be, the kids won't like me. Take my direction. You don't get to tell me what the fuck you not accepting. If you with me, you with me. If you're not, hit the street.
Are you with her?
What do you mean?
Like, are you with her? Like, is there certain things that you're going to conform to appease your woman?
There are some things I may conform if I feel like she's worth it.
Like
it's
what?
worth it. Having to discipline her. Because I really don't want to have to discipline you. If you really who you say you are, if you really who I thought you was, we never have to go there. We never have to go there. But I'm saying, it's like, yeah, if I'm disciplining you, I'm conforming because I'm not the one who wants to discipline you. You got to get it together. You got to put some effort into yourself, put some effort into being in control of your emotions, where if I say, hey, babe, let's cool out with this because we going too far. Because I'm the leader, you have to understand, all right, let's cool out. We'll talk about it when it calms down.
Is there ever a situation where a female leads?
Never. Never. How the female gonna lead? I don't like men when I knock on your door and your woman answer the door. And you in the back. Who is that, babe? That's a cake-ass motherfucker right there. You the man. You have to run it. If you don't run it and you let her run it, it's led by a woman, which is probably led by emotions. And this might not be easy for everybody to accept, but I'm saying, I'm a fair leader. I'm one who is going to do what's best for us.
Do you believe in the relationship breakdown of being 50-50?
There's no 50-50.
What is it?
I'm the man. I'm telling you, trust me. If you can't trust me, I'm talking about if I don't show that I'm the one to be trusted, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm telling you, if I'm with you and I'm pulling us in the direction we got to go, you got to understand. You got to be up under me. It ain't no 50-50. You have a place, and your place is nothing to be ashamed of. But your man is going to carry you through and do what you need so that y'all in a good place. You can't do it because somebody could rob us at fist point if you run shit. You got to understand. It's nothing to be ashamed of that it's not your place to do that as a woman.
So, not gonna lie, there's some energy that some would say, oh, Corey Holcomb, he's a narcissist. And he's the main reason why a lot of men with power, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Vince McMahon, Cam Newton, anybody who has power demonizes or suppresses the women in this world that we call Western world of the United States of America.
And you know how you find out who that man is? You go and ask the women he been around. So what is he about? What is the women you've been around? What is their testimony of you? Me and my wife was in court. I was so hurt that it wound up in court. I ain't gonna lie, my soul cried thunder that we wound up in court. But you know what happened? Eventually she came around and we worked it out. And I believe we worked it out because, well, I'll put it like this. I'm gonna try to give her some credit. We worked it out because
let's keep it fun, because like these are conversations that need to be had, because when you piece the story, they're gonna piece their story too. So I would advise you to speak the truth, not but the truth, because if you try to, I'm gonna tell you like this. Somebody's gonna say, your wife is a low vibrational woman or a low functioning woman that I would have been left his ass if he would have did these things to me. He a narcissist, bae. Go on and get you somebody or go get what you deserve.
Like, see, a girl can't talk to me like that. A girl you can't even get that to me because unfortunately, the girl who I saw on your show talking about low vibration, it's information out here about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know she don't make it out. It never lasts with her and men.
You're referring to Dr. Bryant?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish you would have asked her, have you ever had a relationship with a woman? I wish you would have asked her that. Because then it would have made a lot of sense why it never works with her and men. Because I don't believe she put her business out there. But what I was saying with my wife real quick is, there was battles that I feel like I was winning. But I still gave her grace for breaking down in the end and saying, let's work it out. Because I don't feel like people should be paying lawyers the type of money that lawyers get in these courthouses. It's not even regulated. The lawyers can take all your money. You know what I'm saying? So I give her credit for working things out with me. Because in the long run, her working things out with me is gonna make it where she's still part of the circle. If it would have went down to what the judge said, I can't have her in the circle no more. If you send me to the beast of all things, we can't be friends after that. But we worked it out. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, she still gets grace from me now.
So are you still married?
No, I'm not gonna be married, but I'm saying it's like she was up under me a long time, so she still is part of the Corey Holcomb network, even though we're not gonna be married. I can't be married. It's not all her fault. It's not all my fault, but it just didn't work.
Okay, so you're divorced?
Yeah.
On paper?
It should be coming in the mail any day.
Okay. Do you have a co-parenting relationship?
No, we got grown kids. I'm grown folks now. I ain't got no youngins.
So do you guys enjoy each other's company?
Hell no, but I still give her grace, because I believe you only get one wife. Everybody else you married, that's just some sucker shit you did. I believe you get one wife.
Okay.
So my wife will always get grace from me because we were able to do it amongst each other. That's why she will always get grace from me. If somebody takes me to court and they have me up there part of the system, I can't fuck with you on nothing no more. I'm done. You get whatever you need, you get it from them. That's how it go with me.
Mm-hmm. So this Corey Holcomb now, a part of the network, so to speak, how many women do you deem is enough for your network?
I don't know. I mean, I'm getting older. I'm slowing down. So, you know, what happens when you get older physically? You have to slow down. You can't keep up with all of them physically. But I'm here for you if you need my guidance. I'm here for you if you part of what I do. I'm here for you. If you need some money, I'll find something for you to do. I know you probably, I got to tell you something, Cam. You said you got a kid?
Yes, sir.
Listen, bro. You don't make broken homes. Women make broken homes. When you have a child by a man, I think it is your duty to make sure your child knows his father, is around his father, and finds a way. You, as a woman, you need to find a way to make peace with the father of your children. Because if you have peace with the father of your children, it'll never be a broken home. The man can gather his children and grow his kingdom. And if you still want to play sometime, you could be part of the kingdom in the back somewhere. But I'm just saying, ain't no such thing as a man creating a broken home. Now, if I got pregnant and I didn't let the kid see their mama, I would be creating broken homes. Men are not capable of creating broken homes. If you lay down with that man, you have basically given him power. Only one got more power than the man whose child you have is God. You gave him ultimate power over you if you carried his seed and had it. So if you break the home, that's on you. Trust me, that's the truth right there.
So with this network, right, is it okay for the multiple women that you have in your network to also venture off to see other men?
Hell no. You see other men, I ain't mad at you, but you get played like the girls who got other roosters in the hen house. I can't never tell you what to do. I'm saying as far as I go with that, if you mess with other guys, you part of that category. I still got a spot for you. I always can find a spot for you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be in that upper echelon. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that.
You never come to the house.
Okay, how do you rank, what's the hierarchy in your relationship with women?
Talent and loyalty.
Okay, talent, explain like what?
Talent, like what they bring. Everybody don't bring the same thing, man.
Okay.
I got a girl, she's short and stubby, but her throat game is impeccable. If her throat game wasn't like that, she would not be in the top 5. But she's in the top 5 strictly because her throat game can last the whole football game. So I'm just saying, ain't nothing like watching the SEC with throat action going on. Some girls just do it for a little while. I know that's sexually explicit, but I'm just saying, this is why she's in the top 5.
Okay, so is all talent sexual talent?
No, hell no.
Okay, can you give us another example outside of throat game?
Okay, a girl who has control of her emotions, that's the one that's on top. The one who's not all the time. That's the one on top. The one you can have a conversation with. The one you can actually hang with. Because there's not a lot of women out here you can hang with. Most of the time when you have sex with a woman, you're ready to get the hell away from her. And nobody tells you that. I'm talking to you as a sister, a daughter, a auntie, a mother. After men have sex with you, most of the time they're ready to shake you. But every once in a while, there's a girl whose mental capacity is that of such you can actually be around and actually have a friendship, which is a rare word for me. Friends, I don't have a lot of friends. But a friendship with a woman, that's very rare. Most of the time they lying to you. They not your friend. They really can't stand you. It's just they want to hit that monkey. They want to have sex with you. But friendship and all that, no. When you talk, they insides are like, shut the fuck up. But every once in a while, you meet a girl you can have a conversation with, you can reason with, you can talk for real.
So she's at the tip of the spear.
Nothing better than that.
Okay. Sexual still, or is that just the counsel, or she's the dean? Is there any type of relationship there?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you find a woman that is really your friend. When you find a woman that's really your friend,
yes, sir,
it's almost like hitting the lottery. You don't find a lot of women that's your friend, man. It's just you find women that you're attracted to and you want to be with because of that. But that person who is on the road trip with you because you want her there, it's rare.
So that person that is a friend is not a person with a BBL?
I've never met one.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I've never met one. Most of the girls with the BBL, crazy than a motherfucker.
Okay.
The girl I was fucking with a BBL took a 15-year-old girl to go get an abortion.
Stop, slow.
I'm just keeping it real. Old St. Louis bitch. I'm just keeping it real. She's a dirtbag bitch.
But, and how we're having this conversation, I owe a service to not necessarily disagreeing or agreeing. I owe a service to the viewers who will ask these questions of, what does that say about you by the woman you select?
Right, well, the girl who had the BBL, I used to be around her, but I never let her in my house. I never brought her home because I always felt the demonic spirit in her. I always knew she was a dirtbag. But the BBL saved her life. When she got a BBL, she got a husband. And stop fucking with me for the most part. So I can't say BBLs don't help people, but she got a BBL, she wound up getting a husband. Even though she needed to get her arms stapled too. She had them arms, the lunchroom lady arms, but the BBL was enough for dude.
They still married?
No, they ain't married no more.
So, very insightful. I want to take this conversation to really just celebrities in this. Is it a realistic expectation for a man of power to have one woman?
I don't think it happens that often. Like I would say it's very rare. Out of 100 men with power, you might find 2 that only have one woman.
And when you say 2 with one woman, what's the time frame of you being with one woman? You talk about a lifetime, you talking about 10 months, you talking about 10 years, you talking about the tenure of their whole relationship.
No, I'm saying, Cam, every once in a while you find a dude, he only is with his woman. It's very rare, but every once in a while you'll be like, wow, that mother, he only fuck with his wife.
Now, this is where, since we're having this conversation, is there ever a time that you've came around a person and you'd be like, yo, like that dude, I ain't got to worry about him. I know that he promotes what he's talking about. See what I'm saying? Like, being with one woman, you know that that's him. You feel what I'm saying? There's some people who promote, I'm married, but behind the scenes, it's like.
Of course. I got homies, man, they are preachers. And I just laugh at them. Because they hold this Christianity in there, but they not living that life. I'm not saying they bad people, because I got friends they're good people, but it's all a joke. It's really a joke. You ain't living that life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too hard to live that life. It takes a lot of discipline to live that life that you're talking about Christianity-wise. You know what I'm saying?
Now, there are celebrities who have accepted the poly and non-monogamous relationships. Some we know, Will Smith and Jada, they've been open about they have an open relationship.
But Will like guys.
Huh?
Will like guys.
How you know?
I live in LA. Does that make sense to you?
No.
I live in Los Angeles. There's a lot of opportunities I don't get because the guys don't want me to see them with their boyfriends. And I've suffered from that. It's like everybody know anyway. Everybody know anyway. So I'm saying, like, do you think me saying Will like guys, because I said it and I can't take it back.
Yeah.
Because I believe it. I know it for the most part. Okay. By me saying that, I hope it doesn't strike a nerve in anybody, but I'm saying I live in LA.
Yeah.
And there's a lifestyle that is kept quiet.
A secret society.
Yeah, and it's like people like me suffer from this lifestyle because of the shame that some guys have of how they like to move. And I don't think that however you move is something you should hold against me. I think it's unfair.
There could be a sense of defamation of character because I haven't really known Will Smith to be a person that is homosexual.
Hey, brother, all I'm saying is this, man. I live in Los Angeles. The one brother, he mad at me because I made jokes about it. Shannon Sharpe.
Yes, sir.
He's mad at me because I make jokes about the guy he was at the game with. Like, there was a brother he goes to the Lakers game with this guy. He goes other places with this guy. And I make jokes about it. And I saw that it made him mad. So I really try to cool off making jokes about it because I really don't want to make my brother mad. He was one of the best.
Yeah.
I was a fan of his. I can't say I'm not a fan of his still. I root for him.
Right.
I don't want you to feel like I'm some tyrant of jokes. But when we see you at the game with the little moist brother, I mean, like, I feel like you have a problem, like you're ashamed of your lifestyle. And you act like people are mean for making jokes about it. But
that's where I asked you before. I'm like, yo, does your jokes come with a barricade? Because you could say this person is gay or moist or sassy or this, that, and the third, and people on this platform will take that and run. Out of this 2 hours that we've been talking, people are gonna harbor on the Will Smith, the Shannon Sharpe type of deal. And that's just the reality that we live in, just to cause friction and also to play into the propaganda of.
Well, listen, Cam, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to say this to brothers. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do out here in this cold, cold world, I don't hate you. I love my brothers, no matter how they move. Now, there are things that I don't agree with, but I'm not one who I will go out my way to try to mend things with my brother. Mm-hmm. Like a Shannon Sharpe, who I feel like he got something out, he don't like me. I would like to say out loud, Brother Shannon, I root for you. I got love for you, man. You a black man, and that is enough for me to extend my best intentions towards you. And if we ever talked, I would never take that talk for granted and act like, oh, fuck that motherfucker, he ain't shit. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I love my brothers.
But it's kind of hard because I put myself in this type of situation. Not trying to choose sides, but I'm saying, how can you get mad at a person that will avoid you for the damage that's already been done with your takes or your jokes? And it's like, yo, you said that without any truth to that. You just said, okay, how it may look. Yeah, but that don't mean it's true. If we're talking about the industry as a whole, it's a free world. We're talking about America here. So we can't hire or not hire because of how a person look or how a person likes or how a person whatever. So for him, is he a victim of truth or is he a victim of what Joker will get off?
I think he's a victim because he won't stand on who he is. I meant what I just said right there. Mm-hmm. That's what makes him a victim. But see, when you stand on who you are, it don't matter what somebody say about you. I don't care what somebody say about me. I get talked about all the time. And I be like, wow, that person said that about me? But it doesn't make me, it doesn't take away from what I'm doing because I believe in what I'm doing, because I believe I lead with the truth.
But do you understand?
Now, when I said what I said about Will Smith, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. I said what I said about Will Smith, not because I'm trying to be evil. It's because I live in Los Angeles, and there are some brothers who move differently, who would love the opportunity to speak their truth. Now, I don't give that opportunity because it's not fair. But I'm saying, like, I'm really out here, man. I know what it is. When you try to hide who you are, you basically make the wound deeper. You can't hide who you are, man. We do strange things in this world. I had a girl, I kissed her asshole. I put it out there. Nah, bitch, I don't care if you tell nobody. I did some strange things out here, you know what I'm saying? And I stand on it. When I get caught up, I stand on it because I know I don't want to have to try to hide all that. I want it to be out there just so you can get it over with. Talk shit about me because I'm going to laugh with you.
But this is what I want you to understand. How crazy it may sound, but it's accepted. If you say, I kissed the girl's asshole, nasty, but some would say, okay, he ain't doing nothing but eating the groceries. If somebody says, a dude said you kissed his asshole, it's kind of hard to kind of come back from that, especially if it's not true.
We might get into physical confrontation.
So how can you, that's what I'm saying. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying it's a different plan of action when somebody thinks, oh, he a little sassy. You can say it, it may hit as a joke, but it's not the reality. But if you say, yo, like, we all seen it with Shannon. It's like, ooh, Michelle. Like, cool, good. But if somebody were to say, yo, bro, it really wasn't a Michelle, it was really like Michael. And you then have to go into, hold up, that's really not what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's calling you gay. Nobody's calling you homosexual.
Let's just cut the bullshit. When Shannon got out that motherfucking SUV in them stretch pants, he go get some wine. Hey, stop. We saw all we need to see. It's moisture in that right there. Come on, little bro, we gonna act like this ain't what it is? I think the people who want you to believe it's not what you see are the problem.
No, see this is where I'm not trying to get like, oh no, bro, that's OG. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying to you is you better be 100% sure if you're gonna make an revelation of something that nobody else knew before you're saying it. And that's where media has been for so long. It's like, I created Funky Friday because this is a platform that's built off truth and stand on business, keep it funky, as we say in the streets. Like, bro, keep that shit a buck, nigga. But if it's not the buck, you can't just say that because that's slant. You're talking to a person.
I've paid for it. I lost the best barber I ever had because I made jokes about the backdoor of your life. I call it backdooria, like backdooria, that's what we call it. I made jokes about the backdoor of your life. I lost the best barber I ever had because I believe I offended him by saying stuff about backdoor of your life. I've paid for saying the things I say, but I stand on it. Mm-hmm. The joke I made about Shannon getting out that SUV, listen, I would never disrespect my brother, not because he fit and big in his face, but what did I say that's disrespectful?
Because you know in our culture, bro, you could say anything.
This is very impressive. I'm so glad you said, what did I say disrespectful about Shannon Sharpe?
Listen, I'm merely saying it could be Shannon Sharpe, it could be anybody. Everything that you're saying, cool, bro. You looked a little coming out of that car. But it becomes offensive as a black man when you start saying, okay, you gay. And you're not. We don't play like that. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody were to say, if somebody who had a platform that say, man, Corey gay. I seen this nigga with some pink on coming out of Cam restaurant in Atlanta.
I'll be laughing because, now if somebody walking up in my face, hey man, you know what I'm saying, you gay, man, and all like that, okay. I'll be like, man, what's wrong with you, brother? Why are you saying that to me? Yeah, okay. I feel like you're trying to start some mess with me. Mm-hmm. And it can go bad because I don't care how many steps you walk in the light, the demon right there.
But somebody says, yo, I know somebody for sure. I'm in LA. I know where Corey Holcomb stay. Like, shit. And the motherfucker told me personally that him and Corey was
First of all, man, there's some brothers who I know are gay, and I got mad respect for them.
Okay.
How they conduct themselves. They men. They got that fetish for men, but they conduct themselves like men. I'm not no man who hate nobody. I don't hate nothing.
Yes, sir.
But I'm saying, it's like, I don't like the fact that people are ashamed of how they move,
Right.
where they act like you did something wrong by simply speaking on it. The man got out the truck,
And that's all I'm saying.
switching.
You can speak on it, but just make sure that it's the truth, not
He
speculation.
was switching when he got out the truck.
Okay. Now, moving right along.
With stretch pants on.
Moving right along. I'm gonna say two names, and you tell me the difference between these two individuals, since we're keeping it above. Sean Diddy Combs, Hugh Hefner. What's the difference here?
One black, one white. They're not gonna let you leave with the money. They used you, they allowed you. That's what Sean Diddy Combs needs to know. They allowed you to take advantage of the people in the community, but you don't run nothing. Hugh Hefner is really part of the community. You were a pawn. Now you got video on a lot of people and they seized it because you don't own nothing because the feds got you. I don't know if everybody know that. When the feds got you, you don't own nothing. Ain't nothing yours no more. They taking all that. So they used you as a pawn, my brother, to involve, to do all this other stuff to mainly your own people. That's the difference between you and Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner he wasn't finna go to jail for none of that stuff. None of that stuff he did. But you going down. They're not gonna let you leave with the money. They don't never let us leave with the money. If we got access to rights to people's music and all that, you in danger, especially in the music industry. I feel the people who are really in charge of the music industry killed our best artists. Michael Jackson was murdered. Prince was murdered. Whitney Houston was murdered. This is what I believe. I'm putting it out there. When you're in that music game, you're not gonna leave with nothing that makes you rich. You're gonna leave dead. Do the research. Check out I'm talking about our greatest artists.
But this is a conspiracy theory, though.
That's what they call it to make you feel better about it. But I'm saying, who in the music industry, I can't believe Mariah Carey is still alive. Sister, I pray for you all the time. Your catalog game is popping. I can't believe they ain't came and got the sister. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about her. Mariah Carey got a real catalog. At one time, she was one of the best vocalists in the world. I don't think they're gonna let her leave with that.
Speaking of catalog, I seen recently that Eve just sold hers, close to, it was a report for $50 million.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You think it's the same thing with her catalog and Mariah Carey catalog?
I'm asking, I'm not trying to compare. I'm not the person to compare and contrast. I'm just giving you a situation.
I'm glad Eve got some money for her catalog.
Okay.
I really am.
Yeah.
We was joking about her the other day, but I'm saying I'm glad she got some money for her catalog.
Yes, sir.
Because, you know what I'm saying, we really don't control none of that stuff at the top.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we get out of here, there's one topic that I really want you to get your viewpoint on. Boosie recently had an interview, and he was asked about his daughter being homosexual. And he replied that he didn't want her ways to contaminate the other children in the house. Therefore, her girlfriend is not allowed in his house. Was he wrong for that?
Hell no.
Why?
He said it. He didn't want the contamination. You know, listen, man. If you got a daughter who mess with girls, that's not something I'm finna just allow to run rampant in my house. This is my house. We not finna do that up in here. I think my brother's daughter is a girl who mess with girls. And
A lesbian?
yeah, she got mad at my mother because my mother spoke against it. And my brother called my mother and told my mother, would you apologize to my daughter for saying what you said about lesbian life? It's all part of the corruption where we think we're supposed to be accepted And we are supposed to say what sound right. What's right don't always sound right, especially in this society today. If your daughter eat pussy, your daughter is not living right. Take the quote from Corey Holcomb. If your daughter, if your son, if you think if my son, if I feel like my son messes with boys, he can't have company in his room?
So first off, let's understand this. How many children do you have?
2 and a possible.
2 and a possible. There's 2 boys, 2 girls.
1 girl, 1 boy.
1 girl. What's the possible?
It's a boy.
Okay. So with that, and they're grown, I'm assuming. Or the possible.
Yeah, they grown. All of them grown.
Say less. Do you understand the hypocrisy in your stance here?
No, please explain it to me, because I need you to help me.
Okay.
Help me, brother.
You've mentioned that you have a network of women, right? With this network, you said some have the opportunity to come to your house and some doesn't have the opportunity to see you on the road or be with you on the road. My take on this is this. You promote a lifestyle that everybody sees, everybody knows of, a polygamous open relationship.
What is that, a polygamous open relationship?
That's like, a polygamy is when you can have multiple women.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I know what polygamy means, but I just want to make sure I'm clear on what you're saying, Cam.
Yes. So if your children see that, going back to the point of Boosie, right? I'm a fan of Boosie. I'm a fan of everything that his catalog, right? But he has a song, 2 red bones kissing in the back seat. This is a banger. So when your children grow up into this realm, do you think that they're not going to catch what you've been promoting? You see what I'm saying?
No, you try to make it seem like because he made a song about 2 red bones kissing in the back, it's the same as his daughter.
Send your pussy lips online right now. Right now, I give you $1,000. Send your pussy lips online.
Right.
You don't think his daughter's seeing it?
Yeah, his daughter will see that, and if she's wise from a good upbringing, she's gonna know what's right and what's wrong.
But do you see how hard that is to compartmentalize? Because if it's right or wrong as a child, you don't know what's right or wrong. You just see what you see from influencers, and those influencers, major influencers, come by way of parents, mom, dad. If mom or dad is promoting multiple women in yourself, or multiple girls kissing, that's something that they see. They may have been at a concert. They may have been somewhere, listening to his music and seeing how people react to his music. And it's almost impossible for you not to think that they're going to see that as acceptable or cool.
Well, the internet destroyed the mind of so many innocent people. The internet is a useful tool, but it's used in a bad way. The internet has desensitized children. I'm talking about kids who see stuff they should never see while they're young, because you can't explain it to them, because the only way they can understand it is through experience in life. So the internet is responsible for the destruction of so many minds, young and old. But what I'm saying to you is this. To live a lifestyle that's righteous, you got to tell the truth. Cam, I don't care how in awe I am of you right now. You are not finna tell me you up here fucking one person. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that.
But
I got respect for you.
No, hear it.
But you didn't answer that for a reason.
No. Understand this.
You didn't answer for a reason.
I'm going to answer mine, and then I want you to answer mine too.
I will answer it, brother, and I promise you I won't bullshit with you.
Okay. How long are you talking about?
What you mean?
Fucking one person.
What do you mean, how long I'm talking about?
As long as I've been with Jazz, Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with.
I don't know your situation.
But I'm getting personal.
Right. I don't know your situation.
Since you want to take it there. And this is the thing that has...
Do you feel like I'm being disrespectful?
No.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, trust me.
Trying to be honest.
I'm trying to be honest too. There's times where I've openly had conversations, and this is why me and Jazz are growing in our relationship. Understand this. There's something that you mentioned as far as the peak of the spear. Jazz allows me to speak to her, and we are able to have banter, whether it's uncomfortable banter or just kicking the shit banter.
But that's the basis of growing into something solid.
Truth. But hear me out when I say this. As long as I've been with Jazz, I cannot honestly say that I've only been with Jazz. And I think as we grow, and I hate that I embarrassed her, because no woman ever wants to admit that openly.
But what? I'm sorry, I want to make sure.
That their person has not always been with them. Only. So to that point, I'm bringing it home. What has allowed us to begin to get closer in a relationship is that I don't feel that she judges my action. She holds me accountable to my action. And she asks me certain things that, yo, how can I do certain things to better so that this won't be a normalcy for you moving forward? I've never had nobody to really understand how I think. So there's been times where, okay, cool, we're keeping it a buck. Me and Jazz locked in where it's like, yo, are you okay? No, babe, I'm feeling weak. Okay, what does that mean? Now, folks gonna sit up there and say, oh, she's stupid for doing that. She's giving me something that this is my friend, this is my confidant, this is my person that I go to for recharge. This is my place of refuge. I'm going to her and I don't have to hide nothing from her. And when I see the longevity of our relationship, I know that it's working. It's not that I'm taking advantage of her. If anything, she's giving me something that I've never had. So I have to nurture and protect her. And she's been able to protect me and nurture me as well. In those situations, she has held me accountable to tell me, yo, that made me feel fucked up, babe. I ain't gonna lie to you. But why, babe? Okay, you gonna sit up here and be with this chick and not be with me? Like, and you playing with me? Okay, cool. Let's go on a walk. Let's talk about it. Let's understand. It's not always one-dimensional where I'm speaking how I want to do and vice versa. I think she speaks on how it makes her feel. I speak on how it makes me feel, and then go about it like that. So I don't promote multiple, this, that, and the third. I don't have a network. You see what I'm saying? When I'm asking you in regards to Boosie.
A network? You don't have a network.
Your word, you say she's not gonna be a part of the Corey Holcomb network.
Oh, so you saying, wait, I'm lost, bro. I don't want to take your shit away, but what do you mean you don't have a network?
I don't have no web of women.
I don't understand. You saying it ain't no other woman but the one woman?
Yes, but that's what I'm asking you when.
Ah, damn, see, I fucked up. See, I lost a radio host because I put him on the spot like this, but I didn't say his name or nothing like I'm talking to you. Yeah. I'm saying this is what we gotta accept, Cam.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, understanding, as long as I've been with Jazz, I'm being completely honest by saying I have been with other women while being with Jazz. At this point of my life right now, I think where me and Jazz are, she's helped me nurture me to being exclusively to her. And it comes with time, that comes with patience, that comes with uncomfortable conversations that say, hey, babe, well, hold on. You did what? Okay, not motherfucker, let me tell you. No, that's not the energy that she's coming with.
Of course.
She's saying, hold on, but why though?
But why?
Yeah, but why do you feel?
It's important what you say after she say that.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, you a boss motherfucker. I'm a boss motherfucker. I'm not a regular motherfucker. You cannot get me to do what the last dude did, because I'm not him. I'm different. That doesn't make me bad because I'm different. I have options. I ain't got my mind so good together where I look past all the options in the world. I use the meat out there in the slaughterhouse to eat sometime. Yes. But you are home That's an honest conversation I would have with my lady, but she already knows. She know, man, look, I get checks in her name on stuff because that's home. I trust my instincts. You up under me because I'm betting that you can handle who I am and we can grow into what we're going to grow to together. But to lie and say, oh, I got enough willpower to pass up on all this meat while I'm in the prime of my life.
No.
That's a lie.
But there's not a platform that is openly speaking with what I or you or men like us go through when we are tempted. So I'm saying my place of refuge, when I get tempted, I'm able to have these uncomfortable conversations with my lady.
Yeah, that's maturity.
And that's what makes
And being a boss.
That's what makes her different. Going back to what my initial question was with you, having a network of women, right? Or in Boosie's case, he's saying it's contaminating for his daughter to bring her girlfriend into his household because I don't want that to impact or contaminate the other children. I call it hypocrisy because this is something that you have promoted. This is something that was in your music. This is something that they sing at your shows. They listen to your lyrics. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I'm saying understand what comes with what you're promoting.
He said two red bones kissing in the back.
It's just what that man.
I get it.
Yes.
You are absolutely right. And I said this on my show. Who you have around you on your show, you responsible for that. Because it's things that you say and people you around that you can't act like, oh, I ain't with that. I just had them people around. No. You part of that. That's why you promoting it. Even though, like, I know me and you, we don't see eye to eye on certain situations, but you had me on your show.
Yeah. But that's not, don't say that.
No, I'm just saying you had me on my show. It's the reason you had me
I
on.
can agree. We can, at the worst, we can agree to disagree. That doesn't mean that I don't. You see what I'm saying?
But I'm saying you had me on your show, Cam.
Correct, yes, sir.
Because of some magnetic attraction we have toward what each other do. Soon as they said Cam, I was like, Cam, hell yeah. Because I don't really go to everybody's show.
Yes, sir.
But I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm saying, but you have to be responsible for having me on your show because having me on your show comes with controversy. Because you see how I talk and you see how I think. You get what I'm saying?
But I'm saying also too, to that point, there is some things that comes from what you promote too. And those promotions may be right up under your nose with your daughter, with your son, with the people who've seen. Let's look at what could come from Diddy and his children. They're kids now, young adults. You don't know that this can spur into whatever. Or it could be something great that they use that to say, I don't want to be this. I seen what my father went through. I don't want that to be my situation.
We pray that's what happened.
For sure. But I'm saying, as we have our influence and we promote certain things, even a lifestyle. Oh, that's some boss ass shit. Cam got a lot of hoes. Oh man, that's some boss ass shit. Cam is, throwing these boss ass parties. Oh man, that's some boss ass shit that, Cam always speaking, that real shit. But understand, Cam got kids. And those kids are also seeing what you are promoting. Yeah. So they see, okay, I see what my dad is talking about. So I feel if I don't have an ass, I'm gonna go get a BBL. If I'm not pretty enough, I'm gonna go get a facelift. If I'm not hard enough, then I feel like I gotta go kill somebody for me to be stamped into this world of tough guys. You see what I'm saying? So for everybody who promotes a lifestyle and then retracts that lifestyle when it comes to their children being impacted, that's where I'm like, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
So that's my point.
That's why I don't talk about certain things that I can't stand on. Like most of the stuff I say, I can stand on it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've made a couple of mistakes, but as I'm getting older, I'm getting smarter. The stuff I say, I'm gonna stand on it. Mm-hmm. But as we talk a lot, we make mistakes.
Yes, sir.
When you talk a lot, you know you're gonna put your foot in your mouth sometimes.
For sure.
So you have to have the courage and manpower to say, you know what? I can't stand on that. I said it, but I can't stand on that woo, woo, woo. You get what I'm saying? But also, you said some boss ass shit. It's some boss ass shit that Cam Newton, who's retired from football, now has an outlet for different things to be said.
For sure.
And people are watching because of the magnetic attraction you have.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I think you should lead with.
No, I think what's important is a lot of people don't use their situation to inspire, impact, or just give perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it does create friction, personal friction. And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like, yo, what Dr. Bryant said and didn't affect my relationship with my baby mother, number one, baby mother, number two, or even with my situation that I'm with now. But what is to come from that is, I don't want my platform to be fake. That
Well,
shit.
why would you call her a doctor, brother? I'm not saying your platform is fake at all. I'm just saying, when somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's her colleagues? Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
And it was what?
I don't see doctor nowhere. If somebody is a doctor, they will be proud to show you, I'm a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She can't do it. She just says it. This is a fantasy that woman is living. I mean, like, you don't see everybody to see you, Sister Bryant. We know it's a girl you call your bodyguard, but we know it's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the streets. So I can't say what this girl is that you call in your little security sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? There's people who know y'all and they talk. So, and all this doctor stuff, I mean, come on. Where is the proof that you're a doctor? Can you just do that online instead of all of the glamour videos with all the makeup on and everything? Show us you're a doctor and how you became a doctor and how you practice being a doctor. You're just doing internet talk like everybody else, except you wanted to put doctor on your name. Prove to me you're a doctor so I can eat crow and apologize. But don't come with that little nonsense online shit. That ain't gonna work on me, I know. And all that low vibrational women stuff, you used to work at the strip club, right? I would ask her that. She's talking about low vibrational women. And even if that was a time when she's not doing that now, she talked about the things that she's done to men and how she kicks up dust with men on purpose that so-called love her. And I never saw the end of y'all video until my girl showed me this.
Which one?
When you hit her with that 50 Cent shit and she was stuck, it was classic, but that's not promoted.
But that
because she praised 50 Cent because there's opportunity maybe there for her. Now, this ain't no diss to 50 Cent. 50 Cent, you know, he walked up to her and as she said, he was like, you're amazing or whatever. We know how the game go, but she wouldn't say nothing bad about 50 Cent because that opportunity might not be gone yet. But when the opportunity with 50 is gone, she'll be calling him low vibrational and all that. Because I don't think she really like men. I think she like women. Because I've seen some evidence of that. Now, this is what I said, I think. But women who run through men that she's with and she say she like, have you heard some of the stuff she said she did to the men that she was in relationships with?
No.
Yeah, I knew you didn't know that. I've watched that lady since I was on the show with her a long time ago. I was on the show with her with one of my homeboys, Zoe Williams. He had a show. And that lady, if her real story came out, she would be a farce, I believe. I don't think she's a doctor, and I'm putting it out there. I don't think she's a doctor. If I am, show me where you got your doctorate, and I would love to talk to some of your colleagues.
But I think that's not necessarily in that case how you feel, because I think that's just her direction that she wants to go. I do call Cap.
She's lying and saying she's a doctor.
No, that's a stage name for all, even if she's not. She's made some great points. She's made some points that I would say in this world of content, she has provoked thought.
Give me a great thought, she said.
Well, low vibrational. Whether
That's
it's
a word.
If it's true or not, broken homes, whether it's true or not, this is something going back to influence. She has been influential in creating a narrative about high-functioning men, low vibrational action. And that right there may not be true in my world or your world, and I don't get to dictate that. Unfair and unjust, yes. But when that clip goes, nobody's gonna watch the 2 hours and even peep the 50 Cent situation. They're gonna see
I saw it
on Spiritual Word. They're gonna see it on Shade Room. They're gonna see it on this platform, that platform, and everybody gonna creator hack, as they will call it in YouTube world. And then they gonna speak on Dr.Bryant calls out Cam Newton and Nick Cannon.
It was some bullshit.
But that, you don't get the right to say that, because in all cases, we've seen when you say the truth, oh, that nigga ain't nothing but bitter. Oh, that nigga hating. And the truth of the matter is this: when I go back home, because it was me that was used in that, I'm still in the same situation. If anything, it has brought my situation closer because we're able to talk about that.
But you hit her upside the head with the 50 Cent thing. He was like, is he this? And she would not exhaust that resource because she still wants to see what she can work out of that.
I didn't know. So when I asked her that question, I didn't know about, I was just reaching for any person that I'm saying to myself, okay, cool. Well, every person that has had a child and that is not with that person has created a broken home. So I'm like, yo, a person who I admire, I'm like, yo, Curtis,
she ain't got no kid.
But
let me tell you why you ain't got no kid. Because you can't make a kid with the person you with, can you? Don't get mad at me if I'm telling the truth now. I ain't saying this is a fact, but I'm saying.
But you can't say that though.
People who know you put your business out there, ma'am. So most people don't know. The average civilian don't know. But people who know you know who that girl is who you call your security. I'm just putting it out there with pleasure.
Can we move on, or you want to still stay here?
Get it, let's go somewhere else.
Say less. In your opinion, last thing on this though, but I'm like, this is my truth to this, and this is my last take on Dr. Bryant. I think she came here and she used the platform for what it was intended for her to do. So much so, I don't even think prior to her coming on this platform, she had 1 million followers on Instagram. That's a Snapple fact. Mm-hmm. The only reason why she came here is because, yo, I really want to have thought-provoking conversations. Mm-hmm. And in some of those conversations, I don't get to choose where I'm just always talking and saying like, yo, bro, well, I don't think what you're doing is right. Some of that is, yeah, bruh, what you're doing is wrong. So I took the risk and said, yo, when I sent over, the truth is this, when I sent over her name to talent at Iconic Saga, everybody's like, who?
Right, you blew her up.
I'm not saying that.
No, it's a fact.
I'm not saying, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I blew her up. What I am saying is she's definitely maximized, not from the Nick Cannon, because not a lot of people seen that. But when you came on my platform and you spoke how you spoke, whether I believed in it or not, or whether you believed in it wholeheartedly or not, it has elevated you in this realm of go sis, let's impact, keep these, in check. And all I'm saying is, okay, she's from Cam Newton's Funky Friday. She's went on to B. Simone. She's went on to other situations. I'm not mad at that.
B. Simone, ain't that the girl who stole the book?
Who?
B. Simone.
She stole the book.
She stole the book. Do you know about that?
Empower me.
She stole the book. She claimed the book that wasn't hers, that somebody else wrote. You really don't know about this?
I straight face, right hand to God. I don't know.
It ain't hard to find.
Say less, and I will. Okay. But in this particular situation, I'm like, yo, I've done my job, and you've done your job to impact and elevate. So when I had mentioned, this is what I was saying, when I had mentioned the Curtis Jackson, the 50 Cent, at the time she Euroed out of it, I didn't know she was potentially trying to work with.
Look, we saw it, brother. There are people who ain't looking with that average eye. There are people who watching every word come out of your mouth, my mouth. I saw her squirm when you put the question on her about who 50 Cent was. She came at you like she came at you, but she wouldn't dare say that about 50 Cent because she hasn't exhausted that resource yet. That's the only reason she wouldn't say nothing about him. She went as far as to say, if he was on your show, then I would talk to him. Yeah, right. You're not gonna exhaust the resource until you squeeze it out. After you get through squeezing it out, then you would talk crazy about him or anybody else. I saw it, bruh. I'm telling you, I hadn't seen the whole episode, but because it became something to talk about, I sat and watched it. I was like, okay. Then at the end, when you got her, because you reversed it, you asked her, well, is 50 Cent like that? She would not say a disparaging word about the brother because she a hustler, Dr. Alleged Bryant. She a hustler, dog. I'm just saying, man, people get mad at me, it happens, but in the long run, when people study what you say, they're gonna be like, oh, they was right there. It's just trendy. For the trendy people, you ain't right. What's the sister name who went on tour and had to cancel the tour? One of the ratchet female rappers. Damn, I can't think of her name. What is it? Sexy Red. Let me tell you something. On the internet, it's easy to press like. On the internet, it's easy to do things to blow up. But in the real world, are people finna waste their time and resources to come see what you talking about? No, they're not. You're an internet star. And ain't nothing wrong with being an internet star. You might turn it into some money. But I'm talking about for the long run, to not be a trend. You have to be something of substance that people will be like, oh, so-and-so coming to town. You know what? I'm gonna take my hard-earned dollar and I'm gonna go see that because it's probably worth something. You can't be worth nothing perpetrating who you are because you're a perpetrator.
For sure. So to wrap this up, in this particular phase, I'm like, I don't judge other people's platforms. But what I do see at other people's platforms, they're not being held accountable or they're not holding people accountable for that. And I'm not afraid to use my personal experiences to talk about. And I know what comes with that. But at the same time, if I'm locked in with my situation or situations, right? And what I mean by situations, the other mother of my children, I have to put people on game. That's why I've created, let's keep it funky. We should be able to talk about religion. We should be able to talk about politics. We should be able to talk about relationships. We should be able to talk about the LGBTQT community and doing it with respect, not demonizing or suppressing or saying these type of things. We should be able to talk about the gay community and give them the respect that they deserve. What I am saying is, for me, I created something with a lot of help and support that allows me to bring light to any situation. And it's hard to cancel what it is. Question: why do you support Trump over Kamala?
Well, I think you should know, I don't vote. I don't participate in shit like that. I feel like it's sucker shit. But I have a problem with Kamala and her history toward brothers and sisters. She really don't fuck with us. She don't fuck with us, except for when she go on her little campaign speeches and she put on her sister girl type of thing. She was a prosecutor up there in California, and she is responsible for a lot of brothers being lost in the system. And on top of that, I'm just keeping it real, and it's gonna scare some people. Ain't nothing black around her. Her family that she goes home to don't look nothing like her. Her real last name, she won't use it during this campaign because it would throw off a whole bunch of voters that are of color and all like that. She won't use her last name that she's married into or whatever. It's hard for me to support any fake shit. Somebody said, Corey, she's doing that so she can get her hustle on. You get what I'm saying? But I'm like, it's hard for me to support fake shit. I've made mistakes and supported fake shit, but I always feel bad doing it.
So you think Trump ain't fake?
Yeah, I'm not somebody who's saying go out and vote for Trump, but if somebody forced me to speak up for somebody, I'll speak more for the bigot to show you who he is than the girl who a bigot and don't want nobody to know it. She a bigot. She don't like her. She don't even claim black, I heard. It's like, what do you do with somebody like that? That's an insane woman. I'm just saying, man, I don't expect my opinion to be the popular opinion, but it's the opinion I have toward the woman. I don't like when she up there acting like, I'm fighting for you. Shut up, bitch. Go home to Mr. Imhoff. I think that's her last name. Imhoff, Kamala Imhoff. How fucking stupid do that sound?
But this
Kamala Imhoff.
It's so much that, but it's my, like, accountability. Speaking on one side or whatever. You have daughters. A daughter.
A daughter.
Right?
Yeah.
I have daughters. She gives them hope.
How?
Using her platform to run for president of the United States. That she gives more hope than Trump.
No, Trump, look, first of all, let me say something. I'm not somebody who's rooting Donald Trump on, but I thought it was funny when he had his mob go to the Capitol and kick all the people ass who he didn't like. I was like, this is hilarious. Now that he's back running for president, and they put him up against a black woman. He's gonna get in office. I just feel like he's gonna win. Because there are people who are in middle America who are not ready to smile with the Kamala. They're just not gonna smile. If they have to vote, they're gonna vote by way of the thug who had the Capitol moved on. You get what I'm saying? So if your daughter is trying to go for what she doesn't understand, that's one thing. Like a child doesn't know.
Just like a lot of things in life, visual aesthetic attracts acceptance. That's just natural. Give you an example. First day of school, when you get your lunch, and you're standing there as a visual, once I get my lunch in this new school, you're gonna look around and you're gonna typically go to the table that looks like what?
People who look like you.
Correct. So that's going to be the impact, or that's what's going to sway you. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. A simplistic example or an analogy, but I'm just giving you for something that when my daughters see Kamala run for president.
Kamala?
No, bro.
Okay, my bad.
No. When they see that as a figure of hope, yeah, it gives them more empowerment than seeing Trump, bro. That's just the fact.
But Cam, come on, bro. You telling me you don't debrief your kids from what they see on TV? What they see on TV is bullshit. That's why it's on TV. Tell, lie, vision. You gotta debrief your kids from what they see on TV, what they learned in school, because they're teaching them things where they can be programmed to get a BBL, like the Kardashians. You gotta debrief them. Maybe you never thought of that, brother. Is that something I just put into your head?
Mm-mm.
You gotta debrief your children. Kamala is trying to be something that is fake, and the children will see it as they growing up. If you don't debrief them, they'll think that's the thing to do. It's not the thing to do if you want to stand on righteousness, if you want to stand on morality. You can't be president of the country that kidnapped you and made you bill it and ain't give you a dime for it.
But you can't say standing on righteous and standing on morality if what you're living is not righteous or morality. So who cares?
What am I living that's not righteous?
So who cares? I'm saying we all are victims of choosing what we want to support and hiding what we don't want to highlight. See what I'm saying?
I agree. That's why you got to learn not to hide who you are.
Right.
It's a process because it's not easy to do.
So everything that you're doing, I'm saying is, and everything that I'm doing is not always righteous or morally right. So therefore, that's the Swiss cheese, or that's the holes that could be pushed or punched in what we're trying to push. It's like, yo, how can you judge Kamala if you're not judging what you're promoting in defamation and suppressing women?
Where am I defamating and suppressing women?
Every BBL is a dumb bitch.
It is a dumb bitch. I hold that accountable.
But damn, bro.
That's not a true statement?
Okay.
You don't think every woman who got a BBL has a mental issue?
No.
Okay, well, I hear you then.
No. Do I think that?
Do you think men who sleep with men have mental issues?
No.
Okay. I'm glad you're saying this.
No. Do I sleep with men? No. I don't judge.
You don't judge?
I do not judge. If that's what makes you tick, I agree with you with this merit alone. If that's you, that's you. Don't try to hide that. I created Funky Friday to have people live in their truth. If that's your truth, bro.
And that's good that they get to live in their truth. I asked you, like, do you think men who sleep with men have mental issues? No. And your
if they
answer
don't,
is no, right?
If that's not who, cool. They could do whatever the hell they want. Bro, we're in America, land of the free.
I get it.
Who am I to sit up here and tell you who you need to be sleeping with? That's cool.
No,
Just
I'm
keep
not
that over
saying
there.
people say who they need to be sleeping with, because people gonna do what they want to do.
Exactly.
Most of the time, we don't have the discipline to do.
So that is why I'm saying, do you agree with men sleeping with men? Who am I to tell you not to do whatever?
No, I don't agree with the brothers sleeping with brothers, because I feel like it tears down the community. And I'll tell you why. Because if the men are laying up with each other, when it gets to the point where we're not afraid to lay up with each other in public, how can we be what we need to be in the eyes of the women and children? That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, just really take that thought that I just gave you and think about it. We have to be the strong, the leaders, no matter what our desires are, when we in front of the woman that we want to hold up. We can't do what we want to do. We have to do what is going to build not only our families, the community. We have to. And if we are all jumping around in bed with each other, then we are destroying the family and the community. Because that's not how you build a strong family or community. If us men, I'm not talking about women now. I don't care what women do. I could marry a woman to mess with women. That's part of my mental illness. I get it. But I'm saying, men, if we mess around with each other, if we do asshole play with each other, we are doing something that most of the time we won't bring to public. And if we get to the point where we just bring it to public, how are we going to look how we need to look in front of our women?
All I'm saying to you, Mr. Holcomb, is this. There's so many examples, even during this rather brief or intense banter, is that you've chose a side, but you've also hidden a side that you feel like it's a problem for men to sleep with men. But you have to be able to keep that same energy when you accept women sleeping with women.
I don't accept it. I will talk shit about it as soon as I get mad at her. Cause I'm like, who you talking to, pussy sucking heifer? But I'm just saying, I could mess with them for my personal pleasure.
Correct, and that's how,
that ain't right though. It ain't right.
Okay, understand. Acknowledge it as it not being right, because now when you sit up there and you call out Dr. Bryant for not calling out 50 Cent for being low vibrational or high functioning.
I didn't say 50 Cent was low vibrational.
But she would not comment it because she knows it was for her personal gain.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what I'm saying.
yes.
So everybody's playing the game. It's just for your personal consumption.
So how about this, Cam? Yes. We all playing the game. But brother, you understand as we get older, we can't play the game no more. We got to stand on something. We can't play the game. We can't worry about being accepted. As we get older, and it's gonna come to you, It's gonna come to you because I see it in you. I'm looking at you, bro. This ain't nothing phony, man. There's morality in you. As you get older, you're not gonna be able to smile things off. You're gonna be like, fuck it, be mad at me. Be mad at me. I don't care who mad at me. I'm not saying everything I said while I'm talking to you is something that I'm definitely gonna be like, yeah, motherfucker. I gotta look at the tape. But I feel like I spoke from the heart while I'm here with you, bro.
Right.
And like I said, I'm not one who goes around preaching hate, but I like to call out bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I like when people call out my bullshit, because I be like, oh, shit.
But that's all I'm saying. It's like, yo, this platform is just for the truth. And if I deem that truth to be altered a little bit, oh, of course, you should speak on that, even if it regards me. So, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Cam, man, I love you, brother.
Man, appreciate
I love
you.
you.
Hey, as we end things here, Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're gonna say one love. When I say all together, we're gonna say one love. When I say all together, we're gonna say what?
One love.
All right, now, since you're being an actor, can you follow instructions? Can you follow the script?
Let me see.
So we're gonna go to this camera together, then we're gonna go to that camera together, and then we're gonna finish right there on this camera together. But when I say all together, we're gonna say what?
One love.
So it's gonna be simple. I'm gonna say one finger, one pinky, one thumb, and when I say all together, we're gonna say what?
One love.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
God damn, that was a lot of shit right there.
It's all right, bro.
We're going to this camera first,
And
right?
then where?
We'll do one love like this.
No. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, and when I say all together, we're gonna say what?
One love. So you're going to throw up the finger shit, right?
No, you're gonna do it together. We're gonna go in unison.
We're starting with the pinky, right?
No.
Shit. Go ahead. I'm going to catch it. Come on, give it to me.
Here we go. You ready? One finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together, one love.
One love.
Okay, come on, bro. Come on. I done gave you. It's gonna be one finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together, one love.
I got it now. I seen you do it one time.
You see me do it 3 times.
No. You just did the demonstration right here.
I done been giving a demonstration the last really 1 minute and 30 seconds.
No, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, guys.
Here we go. You ready? One finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together, one love. There you go. Here we go.
I just needed some direction, brother. That's all.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, bro.